9 cycles have passed. When chaos deems it time, the cycle ends and life is born anew. It is I that decrees a race between the mortals and their gods. It is I that allows them a chance to survive their own annihilation. They are granted a chance to join the champions of cycles past. To lose is to see their cycle ended, their mortal kind eradicated, and a new cycle established. This is the cycle of chaos, but this is my order. Dying or not, nothing is going to take it from me.
Hello, welcome to the end. Tablestory's Dying Order, episode 46, titled The End. I'm going to say that with confidence right here. Welcome back. Of course, the group here are already engaged in the combat of a lifetime. Literally a battle for everything. Quick sum up. You guys came to the boundary that belongs to Deavaki, who is the first mortal and the first champion of the first cycle and has ruled through 9 of them, only to face you guys here after your kind of scramble through the Dying Order race to discover what is really going on, and due to several different circumstances, pieces of it put into place by you, pieces of the ability to engage with this creature, this godlike thing, coming from variables outside of your understanding even to a degree and source. For example, there was a machine that was set off just moments before the very beginning of this campaign started that injured the pantheon of gods, including Deavaki and the sort of spiritual energy chaos. The machine did go off again. We witnessed that during the events of the B-Team campaign stuff. And when that machine was set off, it kind of delivered a killing blow to all of them. It hit all of the pantheon of gods, some of which you met and engaged with, some of them, and most of them, just out there somewhere, somewhat trapped in their own boundaries, kind of like a prison, just kind of bound to Deavaki under the false Dying Order and tricks that he's pulled to keep himself in power. However, Deavaki is badly injured. While it doesn't appear so, he is, and you guys are somewhat aware of that. You did some sort of checks last week during the combat to realize that he is weakened in a way, and it's the perfect time to strike. And in whichever way you wanted to do that, it turns out that way is with a sword, as Aura pulled a big sword out and swung it at the kind of middle area of the strange, fluid, mechanical-like creature, this enormous thing that presents itself as Deavaki. You did speak with him somewhat, but it seemed that the end of the conversation came down to, let's take this guy out of power and see what happens. The energy, the spiritual energy of chaos still exists. It appears to be kind of helping you in some way, because as you were battling this thing, you realized there was a pool of energy, very similar kind of golden, treacle-like liquid. It's not even really liquid. In the center of the room, the aura understands to be linked to the energy of chaos, and understands that is to be linked to the levers, which you look around the room fighting this being and notice that there are 4 levers on 4 pedestals. The 4 of you decided to run to these pedestals, you come up with a plan to hit these levers and see what they did, see what effect they had that may or may not help you in this combat. Assuming that the energy comes from chaos, it should in theory be neutral energy, but it does very much seem like chaos is on your side, or is at least what is fueling you or aiding you in battle in some way. The combat rages on. I believe where we left off was Suna.
Yes.
As you ran up to one of these pedestals, you run up to the lever and you tried to figure out what it was that this thing does exactly.
That's right.
You were successful with an intelligence check, I think. Yes, because you had to beat a 5. And as we see you kind of run upwards, there's a big orb of darkness that's sitting on a sword behind where Deavaki is. Toby, the kind of shadowy hound, dipping in and out of it. The huge form of Deavaki missing one of his hands, which was separate from his body. The other one slowed and attempting to swipe at you. Deavaki kind of on the ropes a little. While he hasn't really been directly injured, he has been very much controlled by you as a sort of team speciality that we've witnessed before. Just controlling the battlefield and controlling the assailants that are around you. You keep him at bay and come up with a plan and manage to get around him. All but Aura are basically at a lever each. And as you run up to yours, Deavaki kind of turning. Some of you are invisible. I think all 3 of you are invisible apart from Aura because she did a thing. You know that pulling 2 of these levers within 6 seconds of each other, or around essentially until the start of your next round, will stun Deavaki's main body for 1 round until the end of his next turn. So it's a miss a turn for him. Successfully pulling 3 will also disrupt a hand. Successfully pulling 4 will disrupt both the body and both hands. But they're hard to pull.
As in strength.
It's going to take a feat of strength to pull these levers down. Which you also kind of witnessed with Slan. Slan, the tiny imp, attempted to do this but was unable to do it. Because he's small and weak. And Slan was also destroyed by the weakest move in Deavaki's arsenal. Unfortunately.
So it's within 6 seconds of each other, meaning I can pull mine and then yell for the next. It's within a round, essentially.
You got until the start of your next round, yeah.
Right, okay. And it takes an action to pull it.
Yes.
Okay.
Horrifically for you, it takes an action to investigate it as well.
Yes.
So you're on 1 action down. Costs you nothing to shout at the others, though.
No, I know. And then I will do just that. Is Bo already at the one?
And I am.
All right. We need to pull at least 2 of these at one time. I don't think I have it in me to do it this time around. So, Ellie, Bo, why don't you do it this time? It should stun him. The more we manage to pull, the more stunned he becomes, or the more of him that is stunned. All right, we have to watch out for Aura.
All right, I'll give it my best.
I would talk, but I don't want him to know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's swinging his giant head around. He's got these adornments that are masks, but he does have a kind of face that's humanoid, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth with pointed teeth. These eyes glow very much like symbols are kind of bright yellow. He has a big core at the center of his body that is also shining a huge yellow kind of energy. It crackles and moves across his body. All of his elements, his body is kind of metallic-y in the way that it looks, but it moves very smoothly like fluid. But it seems to be held together by this kind of energy to a degree, being his kind of lifeblood. Those eyes are flicking all over the place. I think it hears you, Tsuna, and hears you, Bo, as well. But it isn't his turn, so what else do you want to do, Tsuna? And you have a bonus action, I think.
I do.
I think you already used your movement to get up here, though.
I did. Well, I used like 5 of it to walk up, the 5 feet I needed. I still have some movement. But I would like to accelerate aura.
Okay. And is that, how many times can you do that?
Twice a day. So that's my last one.
Okay. And then you want to end your turn there?
Yes.
Okay. That brings us to you, Aura. You are currently prone.
Yes.
Which means you're laying down. So half of your movement is used to
Don't
standing
forget, you have the bear from Disby.
Yes, can we... That's in the chat, right? I can reread it fast. Scroll up.
I think it gives you advantage on...
Constitution? Oh, wait, sorry, no.
Is it
what was
bear
that?
or...
I think it's strength, isn't it, bear? Noodle will know.
Was bear the one that you got? Yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
bear's the one that
Bear's
she
endurance
gave
you
Aura.
have. Yeah, it's con.
Endurance, it is constitution.
Yeah.
It's the ball that gives you strength.
Dang
Okay.
it.
Standing up is an action, correct?
Nope, it is half of
Just
your movement.
half your movement.
I'm going to stand up. And I'm going... It's eating go-go bark. Is that an action?
Let's remind ourselves. Go, gadget, bark. Go. Okay, apparently I didn't write this down. That's good.
Oh, that is correct.
What's up? Go bark, you have 4 uses. When you, yes, it's an action to activate the bark. Which, you know what, I'm just going to print screen this and put it in our group. What are you saying there, PB?
Well, just that the enhance ability, you can only use it on one person at a time because it's a concentration spell. So since Bo then used the owl on himself, I don't believe Aura would have it anymore.
Okay.
Okay. What I'm going to do is take the go-go bark. And so I get half my movement, which is now down to 30. So I get 15.
But you also have an additional action this turn due to the accelerate. So you can use
Okay.
that to dash.
Okay. But you said we could get to the lip and just pull ourselves up, correct?
It costs you 10 feet to get up there.
Damn it. Okay, well,
Well, it costs you 10 feet to get up this one. And
Okay.
then 10 feet to get up this one. Even though it says
Okay.
20 feet there, ignore that. So to get all the way there is whatever it is, plus the verticality. So you need 10 feet. It costs you 30 feet to get there. You could technically do it on 30 feet.
yeah. And I think because of the importance of getting these levers pulled, I'm going to use my bonus action to get myself at least to the lever.
Well, yes. Never mind.
Well,
Okay.
I can't, well, since I was prone, I used half my speed. I think I'm injured, right? I have slow or something on me.
You
From last
are not slowed. You injured your ankle. I think.
Okay.
Wasn't it? I'll remind myself, but it's on my dodgy drive, and I don't.
Yeah, no, I think I twisted my ankle, but then since I had Zephyr Strike on, it just knocked me back to my normal speed.
Yes, your speed is halved until your next rest, so your speed is halved indefinitely, pretty much. So yes, you have half speed, which you use to get up, but this is half of your speed available, so it still only takes you half of your halved speed to stand up.
Okay.
Which is weird now, because then we get into 15 feet territory, so you have 7 feet, which we round down, so you only have 5. You have 5 feet of movement. You can climb halfway up that wall.
So if I don't use my accelerate, then I would just get up here.
If you use your accelerate, you'll get another 15 feet, so you'll get 20 in total.
Okay.
Still not enough to get there.
But if it's just Bo and I that need to pull the lever, then you don't really have to worry about it, right?
You only need to pull 3 if you
Want to just on the
stun all
hand
3 of
too.
them. But if one of you two fails,
That's true.
I'm just gonna take the go-go bark, and then I'm just gonna get up here above the first lip and just kind of hunker down, waiting until I can make my next move.
okay. You're eating the go-go bark?
Yeah.
I don't think you have the movement to do that, though. Do you? Where's the extra movement coming from?
But
The
if she
Zephyr
has
Strike.
Zephyr Strike, yeah, isn't she able to still move?
Yeah, this changes stuff a bit, I think, because I think this whole thing counts with Zephyr Strike on, so it's still using half of your movement, right?
I thought
But I
we
thought
said Zephyr Strike sort of, as long as she has it on, it negates what has happened to her, correct?
The way we were
But
doing
the moment
No, no,
she
no.
drops
It feels like it negates it because of the amount that it adds, but it's
Right.
really not. It doesn't cancel it out completely. So before the spell ends, you where is it? Your walking speed is increased by 30 feet until the end of that turn. Until the spell ends, your movement doesn't provoke. Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. Am I reading the right thing? Can you give me Zephyr Strike in the chat? Just click on it. Yeah, this is correct, right? So, the first time you make a weapon attack on your turn before the spell ends, I knew this was differently worded, you make the attack roll with advantage, and your speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that turn. So that's actually over. Zephyr Strike is just 1 turn.
Yeah, so then I just can only move 15 feet if I use my movement. And since I'm not using accelerate, I'm just gonna use my 15 feet to go here.
But just questioning this, Zephyr Strike is a bonus action, though. So she could technically do her bonus action, fire an attack, then use the 30 feet for the rest of the turn?
No, she needs to recast Zephyr Strike to do that.
Right, but it's a bonus action, right?
To recast it.
Right.
She has it on currently, which means that for the duration, she doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Everything else, the advantage on the attack and the 30 feet that turn happened on the turn she cast it.
She could essentially recast it, or no?
She's got the spell slots.
I see. Okay, thank you. Just curious.
I already used my... Well, okay, so... Because last time we did this, I think we decided, or I was told that I couldn't use Zephyr Strike again because I sprained my ankle. So I can recast it.
I don't know why you wouldn't be able to do it because you sprained your ankle. If you have the spell slots and a bonus action, you can cast it.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember anything from last week. I don't know what I've done today. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'll try and remember, but I also just don't want to help you anymore.
Yep, that's fine.
Because I am actively rooting against you.
Okay. Well, if I can do that, then I'm going to recast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I have my 7 feet of movement.
Round it down to 5 to make it easier for yourself.
Okay, so I'm just going to hop up the first ledge with that. And then if I cast Zephyr Strike on myself,
You now have another 30 feet.
then I'm going to use that to hop up here to get to the lever.
Yep.
And then that's all I can do because I can't do anything else after that.
I think you still have an action.
I took
Yes,
the
And you did
yes,
what,
but
sorry?
then you moved, right? You still have an action.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and I think you can only get to here, but that's still, as long as you're around it.
Okay, I can still grab it though.
Yep.
Okay, then
You have
I'm
an action to try and pull it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it.
Give me a...
I hate to be a little shit,
Yeah, go
but
on.
I think you the way this is worded, Bradley, it seems like she has to make an attack and then get the increased speed, or is it she gets an attack with advantage and also the increased speed?
No, I think it's
Okay.
just if she makes an attack, she gets advantage on
She
it.
gets advantage and
Yeah.
also her speed is increased.
And,
Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted to double check.
It's a fair question, and
Yep.
I don't know, but I would
So
say
if we're
that
going to
it's-
win, I want us to win right.
I would say it's both. I don't see why you would
Okay.
where you would have to hit and then get away. I mean, it's possible that's what it means because it's the point is this is like a quick attack. But I would say, for me, I think it's all good. Yeah,
All right.
it's a spell. You're using a spell slot, so
Okay, sorry, I'm just
An
a little
extra 30 feet's
confused.
not a
Do
big
I
deal.
need to attack or no?
no.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
So if I pull the lever, that's just an action of mine not using accelerate, correct?
One action, yeah.
Okay. I'm
Out
gonna
of
pull the
two.
lever.
Give me an athletics check.
11.
11. Just enough. So Aura stands up. You see her muttering, casting a spell that we've seen her do before, and then very quickly she suddenly darts up the side of one of these walls, jumps up onto another one, flips up onto the side, grabs one of these giant golden levers, and then pulls the thing back. There's like a very mechanical sounding clunk, Aura, but you get the feeling that there's really no mechanical elements to this lever, really. It's just a projection of something for you to be able to focus on to channel the energy. However, doing so, there is a strange sound from somewhere underneath this pedestal, and the pool of kind of golden chaos energy in the center of the room bubbles up and then begins to glow. There's now a kind of column of light coming up from it, and you can see that the energy is sparkling and electrified as this pool of energy begins to shift around, somewhat floating upwards as if it's kind of lost a little bit of the tension of gravity. It seems as if that pool is primed.
And I know what that means, right?
You know that the second pool will discharge the chaos energy that disrupts Deavaki's core.
Okay.
I think everyone does.
Yeah, and since Suna already kind of yelled that out, I'm just gonna kind of see what happens, see who pulls the next one.
Yeah. That brings us to Toby, who is down here gnawing on bits of Deavaki.
Yes, he will attack.
Do it.
Good boy, Toby.
That is a 20, which is a hit. And that is 13 piercing damage. The strength save is kind of irrelevant because he can't be made prone.
Right.
And just a reminder, his attacks are magical, right? He's doing full damage.
Actually, I don't believe they are magical. I think it's just a regular. It doesn't say that
Okay.
it's magical. It just says bite. But I can't tell because when we make him, it says to use the dire wolf sheet. So I don't know if it's just because we're using the
Usually
sheet
it
for-
will say for the purposes of blah blah blah, his attacks are magical. So
I'd
it
have to
doesn't
look.
say
I'll
that.
look at the. Well,
I
it
think I
doesn't because
Copy
we took
pasted
a
it,
sheet.
everything. Right, but
I imagine that you would have.
the additional stuff, if you click on Toby on the bio and info, it's just a copy paste from the PHB or wherever it was.
Oh,
from.
perfect. Then I think they're regular.
Okay.
Counts as a monstrosity and not a beast, with the following changes. Yeah, no,
that'll
you're
be
good.
what it is.
Yep. So it's
Um,
not magical.
All right. Then, all right. So yeah, I think he does bite. He probably just is biting chunks of like strange mechanical stuff off of this giant form of Deavaki, who is made
Yes.
now entirely of metallical stuff, which is actually a really good word because I didn't have one until then. And is that the end of his turn?
Yes, it is.
All right. Bobo. Also
Ooh.
kind of clambering up the side of one of these things, comes to a skidding stop next to this this golden kind of looking lever. I'm guessing probably cracks his knuckles or something. And are you going to try and pull the thing as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to try and pull this lever. But before I do, I look towards Aura and we lock eyes briefly, and I give her a nod, and then I turn towards where I believe Ellie would be, and I can only feel in my heart we're also locking eyes, and with that I give it all my might and pull down the lever.
Okay.
Holy
Damn.
shit. Oh.
I mean, it's a crit 23. You have a 2+1. You have a magical bonus to strength right now.
Do I?
I guess I don't know. What is that? Hold on, let me see what
I
that is.
don't know.
It doesn't
I just
matter.
clicked the strength button.
Yeah, you're still gonna be able to do it. You have a magical
was
+1
so
to
beautiful.
strength. I don't know why, and you know what? I don't care why you do. All right. So, describe to me why this is a crit. I guess. Why is this so much? You're just pulling a lever, but you do it with flair.
I have no idea. I guess because I looked at Aura and Ellie, that gave me the extra strength I needed. That gave me, the courage that I could do this thing.
Nice. Yeah, you slam this thing down, one hand, and the primed kind of energy that is sitting in the center of the room that's lighting up the sides of... What?
I just realized I think I know where the bonus came from because he's got a passenger with him at the moment.
I mean, that can be why, but I really don't
Gave
know
him
why.
Sorry. Anyway, go on.
The energy that was primed in the center of this room here bubbles upwards, and when you pull the lever bow, it suddenly crackles and bursts out. There's kind of the room is kind of filled with a light briefly for a moment. It's almost like thunder or lightning. Thunder booms and lightning crackles, but kind of outwards. You see it strike the huge form of Deavaki. He kind of moves for a moment before becoming immediately stunned in place. It's kind of like watching him vibrate in place more than being restrained. There's a moment as he opens his mouth to say something, and then he's stopped, completely stunned, almost as if he's been frozen in time. However, the hand continues to move around. The center of the pool remains primed, as if you can pull a lever and do it again, kinda, but Deavaki will essentially miss his next turn. You still have a bonus action and movement.
I do.
though. Yeah.
Okay. I'm probably. Who doesn't have Bardic Inspiration yet? I think Ellie doesn't yet. Okay, so I'm gonna then cast Bardic Inspiration on Ellie.
Okay.
And
Ellie,
then
you
that
have
ends
a
my turn.
bardic inspiration. Deavaki's turn. Standing there, floating there, levitating in place, vibrating, stunned in place. Misses this turn. At the start of his next turn, he comes back, I think. because he doesn't get legendary actions either. So yeah, at the start of his next turn, he unstuns.
So while he's stunned, he cannot use a legendary action. This is not
anything.
The information I learned.
He can't do anything until the beginning of his next turn.
Fuck yes!
It's Ellie's turn. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I have a question. So, if we save 2 levers, does that mean that we can stun him another round if we pull 2 levers the next round?
No, you're gonna have to do it. The only thing that will happen now is if you pull your lever and you're successful, it will stun the hand as well.
I guess I would go for the hand then. I would try to pull for the hand.
All right, give me the
eyes with. Oh.
Give me the athletics check.
Is it athletics? Okay.
Yes.
23.
Successful again. The energy pulses again. Same thing. All of this kind of crackle of energy firing out from the central core of the pool here and striking the hand. The hand, which was kind of it slowed, but it's still active, was lifting up as if it was about to do something before is stuck, vibrating now in place as well. Hand is also stunned until the start of its next turn. You still have whatever else you have left, a bonus action and...
Yeah. I'm going to move then, and I'm going to use... I'm so confused. I'm trying to look. Okay. How much would this be to get back to here? 25, but it would be 10 to get down each ledge?
No. To get down, it's nothing.
Oh,
because you can just drop.
Then I'm gonna go back to and pick up the dagger. And probably just stay here because there's not much I can do otherwise.
Okay. So you want the darkness on you as well, yeah?
Yeah.
So we can give you that. And it was 15.
Yeah, 15.
There we go. So yeah, you just hop down the ledge, hop down another ledge, whip up that dagger and I guess put it into one of your whatever things you hold daggers in, and then the darkness spell is still on you. The hand, vibrating in place, does nothing on its turn, bringing us to Suna.
Oh boy. Okay, I will... Sorry, what happens if you pull the lever 4 times?
It stuns everything.
But
the other
everything
hand
is already stunned.
You destroyed the
right.
other hand.
Yes, okay. And just so that I'm clear, these levers will never reset. So we cannot reuse this again. We've only stunned him this one time.
You can do this every round.
Every round, okay. But I have to wait until he's unstunned to be able to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. Then I am going to... I will use Frostbite.
On?
Deavaki.
Okay. Frostbite is a con save from him. Let's see here. 4. It's a fail.
Fail, which means he'll take 7 cold damage, but more importantly, the next attack he makes will be at disadvantage.
Okay. And that is an action.
And yes, that is my action.
Okay. It's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright, brings us to Aura.
I'm going to pull out my bow and arrow, and I'm going to shoot at the left hand.
Okay. Give me your attack rolls. You have extra attacks, so you can fire 2 arrows.
Okay.
Oh!
think you also still
I'm
have
gonna do it.
accelerate as well, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to be strategic about it.
Okay. 15
25.
and a 25. 2 hits. Give me the damage. 4 and an 8. 12 in total. These arrows are not magical. So, and the bow is not magical. So these arrows fly out. You see them strike the hand. It chips off bits of it. The hand vibrating in place. But you can tell that normal conventional weapons, unenchanted weapons, etc., are not as effective against the hand or Deavaki. However, you do deal some damage to the hand. Yeah. So that's action. You still have a bonus action movement or a possible second action if you want to use that acceleration.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Spike Growth underneath the hand and Deavaki.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if I have a thing to represent the area of effect so that we know where it is. Because I've spent many a coin on such things. Let's see if I've got a good one. Spike growth. How big is it?
It is 20 foot.
Across in total?
Yeah, radius.
20 foot radius?
Yeah.
Hello, spike growth. Okay, and we're putting this underneath both Deavaki and the hand, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, what I'll do is I'll make it large enough. And then you should have control over it. Oh, actually, no, that's not going to work either. Just have to do this. All right, where do you want it?
Yeah. Maybe like a tiny.
Double that, doesn't it? Hold on.
Oh, okay.
It's huge.
Yeah. Then, gosh, can you put it a little bit over the? Yeah, I probably would cast it there. As long as would I know that this wouldn't affect that portal by having it over it?
No, like the thing is kind of covering it, but really we'll say that it's going around the portal. I can do this thing.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just looking up the stunned condition. I think Aura should have had advantage on both her bow attacks. I don't know if we just want to skip that for now or see if she gets a crit, but...
You are correct.
And it also, for reference for all of us to remember, because I will forget, it automatically fails strength and dex saving throws.
You know what? We're still on Aura's turn. Oh my god, my computer is crashing. I will say, yeah, roll me another 2. One is the advantage for each one. So
also, the second one should have crit, though. Oh no, is that only with her sword?
Yep.
Yep, okay, got it.
20, still a hit.
22.
And 22, still a hit. So, yeah, nothing changes, but you are correct. Alright.
So hit hard when it's stunned, everyone.
Spike growth. Let's see here. So what happens here on this spike growth?
I did put it in the chat. It says the ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception check against your spell save DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before entering it.
And does that affect creatures that are flying? levitating?
My interpretation of spike growth is that it grows up out of the ground and so that it reaches up towards
Grab
just
at
not
them.
people who are stepping on it. I mean, maybe that's just how I picture it.
Because it's a weird one, yeah. It's a weird one. Normally it says.
I would imagine that, I guess, if they had to do a perception check, that they might be able to perceive it's growing because they would see it.
Right,
It's
I've
on
always
the
just
ground.
assumed that's because usually you're casting this in like a forest, so you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go along and look.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why don't we say, since they're stunned, it does reach them as it rushes upwards to like entangle them. But I think under any other normal circumstance they'd quite easily be able to levitate up and away from it. But as they're kind of stuck right now, they can't. So if they start moving again, they're just going to be out of range of this thing. However, since they are stuck in it, give me 2d4, right? Yeah, give me 2d4 and then another 2d4. One for each. That is a 5 points of damage to my boy, Deavaki, and 2 points of damage to the hand. And the spikes are still there, kind of around them, entangling them. So they'll probably need to move at least a little bit out of range to get out of range. So that'll probably, as long as you keep that up, they still have to fly out of range, which will cost them one 5 foot of movement up.
Okay.
Kinda. So they'll still be in range to take the damage. So you'll probably, as long as the spell is up, get that off again.
Okay.
But since they're kind of flying and this thing is like a ground-based spell, they have the ability to go up a little. In fact, I just realized they're not levitating, they're flying. Sorry. I really thought they were levitating. They're flying, which is slightly different. So they can easily fly upwards, in fact. But for now, they're for sure in it. Okay, cool. That is your whole turn, I think, right?
Yeah, I would yell out. They're trapped in spike growth. Keep them on the ground, just so that everybody's aware that that's there if they didn't see it, and to try their best to keep them down.
I think you have.
You have
Are
a
you
bonus
using
action,
accelerate?
actually. That was accelerate.
That was, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
You have a bonus action, though. I don't know if you can do anything with it.
I'm not going to. I'm just going to stay by the lever.
All right.
And there's nothing. Well. Yeah, I'm going to actually. I have one more. I can cast another chronomancy. I'm gonna cast accelerate this time on Ellie.
Okay. Ellie, double action. So, brings us to Toby.
He will attack with his teeth. Let's see.
That is indeed an attack that hits. Give me the damage.
Oops.
14. Nice. Dang him. Well, it would be nice, actually. It's not magic. Okay. Again, I think Toby's just fucking doing the thing that a dog does.
Yes.
Bite,
Yep.
chomp, tearing, shaking bits of Deavaki's body that it's ripping off of him,
Yes.
launching it over his head. And I assume he's not going to move, so that brings us to Bo.
Right.
All right, I'm ready for the attack. So I begin to conjure ice from where I stand, and it starts from my fingertips and it grows, and it almost forms like I'm wearing a very nice fancy pair of gloves, and they sparkle. And I'm going to use Ray of Frost on Deavaki.
Okay.
Oh,
A
wow.
10. You have advantage.
Yes.
So roll it again.
Okay. Please. Yes.
20 is more like it. Not a natural 20.
And-
Yes, Ray of Frost pops off. Give me the damage.
And I also am an Ice Master, so I can deal another 1d6.
That is completely correct. Give me a d6 as well. This is a nice
You also,
shot.
with your bonus action, you can do an additional 4 damage every turn. Don't forget.
You want to do that. That's how you
Yes.
want to
Okay.
use it.
It's just a free bonus action you have. So if you're not doing anything else with your bonus action, you absolutely can.
Oh, well,
I think it's just 4 that you don't
really?
have to roll for it. I think so.
okay.
If memory serves, which, to be fair,
I mean, that's great then. So, yeah, I'll do all that.
So
Bada bing,
you
bada
deal
boom.
13 cold damage plus the 5 from being an ice master, and then with your bonus action, summon up another little ice spike and launch it towards Deavaki, dealing a total of 19 damage to him. Do you want to move?
I'm staying put right here.
Nice. Yeah, these spikes of ice launch towards this stunned, kind of vibrating large form of Deavaki. You see one of these ice spikes crash into the front of where he is. It splinters off pieces of this kind of armor that he has. As it falls to the ground, it kind of crystallizes in a way. It becomes more stabilized version of metal as opposed to the kind of moving metal that's on him. You see it hit the ground and break and shatter and move across these spikes. So Una, we forgot to roll your d20s. If you want to do that now.
yes, please.
Deavaki's speed is also reduced by 10 feet until the start of the start of my next turn.
I need
Yes.
buses in the chat for this last one, all right?
It's a 17.
Yes. I need a 19, 20, or a 1. RNG gods. 14's fine.
14. Not
That'll
the
do.
worst. Not the best. So a 17 and a 14 for the what is essentially
Yes.
Wizard's Portent that you have. Deavaki unstuns. Begins to move again. The pool of chaos energy behind him dies down. Returns to kind of stable, still liquid in quotation marks because it's more like a kind of strange. You ever seen that liquid sand? That sand that they can hit it and it moves. I feel like it moves like that probably. He moves upwards 5 feet, so give me 2d4 aura for the spikes that are raking at his body, and takes 3 damage. That's the first thing he does. I need to roll some d20s, and I don't know where my actual d20s are, so we'll just do it here. A 16. I think... Oh, on that... Deavaki kind of like looks around. He spins around as he floats upwards a little bit. He was originally kind of concentrating on where Suna and Aura were, but then once this stun comes down, he turns around, looking, his huge form, this massive kind of head, darting left and right, looking up, down, trying to figure out something. He turns back to the general area that he thinks Suna and Bo are, his head turning from one to the other, and says,
Well, it seems you've harnessed some power even here. But it will not be enough.
and he's going to do some stuff now because he's unstunned. Let's see what he's got. I'm going to roll 2 perception checks for him. Can I do the
He
other
has
perception?
disadvantage on those, don't forget.
He does have 2 disadvantaged perception checks, so I'll just roll with whiz. 9 and a 9. I'd say probably on those he can't tell where you are, and yeah, I think that's really all you know. He doesn't seem to have any idea where you, Suna, and where you, Bo, are. Kind of looking, but you can see in that way that when you know someone isn't looking directly at you, you can tell that he's looking in slightly the wrong area. He seems to have some idea of where you are, but not exactly. He turns his form back around and concentrates on Aura, however. Let's see. What do we want to do here to you, Aura? Oh, I know what he'll do. Can he do that? Yes. I think he opens his mouth for this one. His mouth opens, it distends a little bit and drops down, opening wide. Inside you can see a crackle of energy, and then a lightning bolt is fired out from in his mouth. That is a level 4 firebolt. No, lightning bolt coming your way. And that did nothing. Okay, well, you need to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Was this me?
Aura.
Aura.
Or take 9d6 lightning damage.
Okay. Is lightning considered the same as fire?
No.
Okay.
Oh, also, wait, how can he attack Aura?
Why can't he attack Aura?
She ate Go-Go Bark.
She did eat Go-Go Bark.
She
Yeah.
did. He should have to roll to try to find her, too.
Did you eat Go-Go Bark after you attacked?
You know what? You're correct. Let me give him a whiz check.
Thank fuck.
He's firing it in the area where Aura was. This is a straight line. It goes like this, because she was in
All
this
right.
place. But I'll say this. I'll give you advantage on the dex save.
Wait,
Okay,
hold on. I have a question about the Go-Go Bark. I thought if you attacked that you were visible. Or do you stay invisible?
Is that just
Go-Go Bark.
that's a normal invisibility spell for sure. If you attack while you've got a normal invisibility spell, you absolutely.
And also this. If the creature affected by the bark attacks or casts a spell, that's the only way that it ends. Which you did do.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that would be
Wait,
Bo and
stop.
Aura.
You know who else did? I did, and so did Bo.
Yeah.
Everyone is clear.
Yep. So he can see us now.
Just Ellie.
Ellie didn't do it.
Yeah.
Ellie didn't do anything. She
Ellie's
picked
the
up a
only one
dagger.
who is currently invisible,
She's invisible,
and
yes.
in the thing.
Yes. Yes. So I don't know if that changes who he attacks. Then
Yeah, it does. He's going to attack you.
Yeah. that's right. Yeah.
So you give me a dex save.
Okay. Did it go?
No.
Oh.
Holy shit!
Natural
My heart.
23. So you'll only take half the damage of 26. 13.
Right.
So the thing opens up. A bolt of lightning is just fired out. It runs the entire line of 100 feet. It disappears off. This room kind of feels endless. It's like a room of mirrors or an Escher painting as it kind of folds outwards endlessly, giving the sensation of it being in huge, an enormous room, but both huge and small at the same time. The lightning within the mirrors continues onwards, outwards, and outwards, and outwards. Suna kind of dives out of the way. You still get hit and struck by some of this. Do you have any sort of resistances to lightning?
I might because I'm a genie. I don't know.
Definitely
I
would if
am
you were.
resistant to thunder damage.
Thunder damage or lightning damage?
Thunder damage is what you have here. You are resistant to thunder damage, Wind Child.
Is thunder even a damage type? I can't even think it is. Yeah, it is.
Well, fuck.
Yeah. Thunder wave deals thunder damage. I get confused because
I assumed
There's
it was
force
Final
damage as
Fantasy
well.
lightning. My bad.
um
Literally never used that. So, thanks for at least asking. I
the
had forgotten that it was there.
you get slightly electrified by this.
Right.
And you take 13 damage in doing so, and that ends his turn.
So in one version, he attacked Aura, but in this version where we became where we became visible, then he attacks me instead. I'm
Correct.
happy with that.
And we
That's
got to see Una dodge like a ninja.
Yeah, I feel like she
Yes.
probably does one of those like classic.
She is.
Like,
She's not strong, but she's wickedly fast.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's like one of like a
It's absurd.
shadow dancer move
Yeah.
where they spin out
Yeah.
of the way a bit, and it's
like a tornado or something.
exactly.
Well, those
All
sky
right.
dancers
Yes.
from
The
the 90s. Do you remember that? No. Okay. Shut
the
up.
90s. We're all children here. You're the old one.
Yes.
none of
that's
us
right.
were
But
alive
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying. The
90s.
sky. Okay.
We're all TikTok kids. Ellie, your turn.
I'm gonna do the unthinkable. Not really. I'm gonna cast 4 Eldritch Blasts.
4
Yes,
Eldritch
you are.
Blasts. Okay,
With
Freezer.
advantage.
Yeah,
Well,
this is one of those Dragon Ball moments. And you're casting them at Deavaki, yeah?
yeah, that one probably missed. And one more. Okay.
Wait, do you have
Wow,
advantage on these?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
I'm in darkness.
Okay.
So I get advantage when I'm attacking because I can see through it as well.
Fine.
The devil's sight. That's why I took it.
Yeah.
So I guess 2 missed because it was 13 and 12.
So, let's see here. Yeah, the 13 and the 12 do miss.
Oh, is it too late to use Bardic?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, technically, yes, but you can do it.
Okay. I forgot I had it too.
I assume this is going on to the 13,
Yeah. Gonna go on the 13.
which makes that 19, so that's 3 hits.
Okay. And then, so that's the damage for the 3 that hit. And then I also have, what is it? +9 damage for each hit because it's 3, my proficiency bonus because of the curse.
So another 9 on
was
top,
that?
yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so that was an 18, that wasn't a 19. And then Hex. I don't know how to do this. Oh, there it goes.
You get it on
Oops,
each
I
one?
did it 3 times, sorry. Hex is per attack, isn't it?
I have no fucking idea.
Let me look at it. Hold on.
Hex is one that I, for some reason, fucking cannot Google, so I have to put it in the chat.
Okay, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to target whenever you hit with an attack.
Oh, damn. Okay, nice. So that's 6, 6,
And I
1.
accidentally rolled it 4 times, sorry.
That's magical damage, my sweet
All
flower.
of it, yeah. So how much damage
Yeah.
is that in one round here? So that's, that is 7, 14.
Would you like me to get out a calculator?
40
18,
total. So,
40.
that's what someone in my chat said.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct. 7 + 7 + 4 + 6, 6, 1, and 9. 40.
So this thing kind of fires a lightning, a bolt of lightning at Suna. She dodges out of the way from the kind of darkness behind. What is happening?
I think that it literally is like a Frieza moment where you just see like 4 purple beams. One misses, but 4 purple beams just come out at him.
Right, and they break
Yeah.
all of these bits off of his ginormous back. You see, he has these kind of like bladed wing things on him, and I think one of them is struck at such a way that half of it snaps and falls to the ground. It's like a section of a building falling down. You see it hit the ground near where Toby is. Toby dodging out of the way as it strikes the ground, sticking into it, breaking and
minute.
cracking.
I thought she didn't get sneak attack because her weapon type, but she has advantage, which means she does get sneak, right? If you're attacking with advantage, you get sneak.
That's
or
true.
if you're using a type of a weapon.
As
So I also
long
get-
as the weapon is finesse or light, I think, though. Does it count for Eldritch Blast?
So I thought that it was only if it was a finesse weapon. So I said I just wasn't going to say anything. But then Noodle said she has advantage, and I think that's right. It's
And listen
either,
to Noodle. Noodle is 11 years old. Okay, we
all
don't
right.
listen to
Jack
Noodle.
says the attack must use finesse or a ranged weapon.
Yeah, that's
so
what I thought.
Yeah.
A ranged weapon is not a ranged spell attack.
Yes, it doesn't count. My apologies.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right. You still have a bonus action, I think.
I mean, there's not really much I can do.
Wanna move?
I'm probably gonna move because I've fired from there, and he's probably gonna know. But he'll see the darkness move. But whatever, I'm somewhere in the dark. Actually, how far away am I? I'm gonna back up. I think you're gonna like the darkness moves with me, but I'm just gonna back up into a cornerish area.
Okay. The hand is unstunned now. The hand is slowed, yeah?
That's correct.
And the hand also has to take damage as it flies upwards out of the way of the spikes. So give me the spike growth damage. What's
Just
the
once?
rules? Yep, just once. And what's the
Okay.
rules on it casting a spell, PB? It has to roll a save? Try and cast
That
it.
is correct. It must roll a 1d20, and on an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. And the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it cannot, the spell is wasted.
Alright, I'm just going to roll the d20 and see what happens. I have to beat a what?
17. Also,
Has to beat a
I
17.
keep fucking forgetting this, so the rest of you all have to remember it should have had a -2 AC for those
Oh, yes.
these hits.
Everything has a -2
matters.
AC.
And they also have -2 penalty for their dex saving throws as well. And it,
Alright,
it
I
cannot
gotta beat
use
an 11.
reactions either. Yes.
12, fuck yeah, boy.
So, no.
Oh wait, on an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect, or on an 11 or higher, the spell goes off.
The spell doesn't take effect until the next turn. If it rolls under an 11, it just doesn't work.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the spell doesn't take
Will go
effect
off.
until the creature's next turn, and that's
And it has to use that action on that turn to finish it.
finish the spell.
To make
Okay,
it
I see,
go
because
off,
it's
yeah.
because it's casting a spell and it's supposed
Yes.
to take time. Okay, yes.
So it's
nice.
essentially wasting 2 actions to cast one spell, and it doesn't hit until next thing. So
All right, it begins casting a spell at Ellie. That brings
Did-
us.
Sorry, real fast. It got 5 damage from the spike growth.
Took the 5 damage as it flies out and breaks all these thorns off of it.
also
Um,
not to be a bitch, but doesn't it have to try to find Ellie first?
I guess so. Well, actually, does it? Let me see, actually. I don't know if it does on this spell.
But she's in darkness.
I know, but not all spells require you to have to see. Yeah, you know
yeah,
what?
like an AoE.
Well, I'm going to say it starts casting a spell in that direction. And then next
Alright.
round, we'll search for it. No, I won't. I'm going to give myself 2 opportunities to look for Ellie. It's better. Thank you. No idea where Ellie is. Begins. See if it can see you. See if it can see. It can see the rest of you, right? Actually,
Yes, it
everyone
can
else
see the
is
rest of us. Yeah.
blinded. All right. So I think
I will taunt it.
it's casting a spell towards Bo,
Oh shit.
and that is the end of its turn. Nice. Okay. Suna. Oh wait, it gets a
I
whiz save to break out of the slide, right?
Yes, it does. 17 or higher.
10, fail. Your turn.
Failed. My turn. All right, this is a new round. I'm gonna pull the shit out of this lever.
Oh, actually, Deavaki. 1, 2, 3. No, it doesn't. Carry on. As soon as spider sense is tingling.
Oh shit, yes it is. I'm gonna pull the fucking lever.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Okay. So I can use my my thunderous presence for advantage on this.
Okay. How many times can you do that? Forever.
It's 5. Okay.
15's a success. Yes, you pull the lever down, and again, there's a kind of whirring, clanking noise from somewhere. But the central pool of golden treacle begins to sparkle and light up again. A column of light as this stuff begins to prime to set off and unleash this energy. and stun the forms of Deavaki and the hand. That is one action.
And motherfucker should have had disadvantage on his attack against me. God damn it. Fuck, it's so much to keep track of. Christ. That's it. That's my turn.
All right. Canonically, by the way, all of these things that are going right and going wrong, and you should have had this and should have had that, all work because chaos is dying and everything
Right.
is wibbly wobbly anyway. All the gods
Yes,
are
but
dead.
I got a big boo-boo there, Bradley. So
I know, but just so
Just-
everyone knows,
I'm so glad that canonically it makes sense. But
all
I'm
this
in pain.
wibbly wobbly stuff is completely correct.
I love it.
Because
I wouldn't have it any other way.
the universe and the rules of the universe are kind of freaking out. Okay. Into your turn, did you say?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So pissed.
And Deavaki, just in time, uses a 3-point legendary action to activate his font of power. There is an energy that is pulled into him for a moment as he flashes yellow, and he regains a spell slot. You can only do it of 3rd level or lower, but he regains a 3rd level spell slot. And
Fucker, I know what it is.
that
I know what
is
he's going to use it for.
that is a legend. That is all 3 of his legendary actions this time, instead of doing the cantrips like he was doing before. And that is Aura's turn now.
Okay. Did they break out both the hand and Deavaki from the spike growth now?
Yes.
Yeah, the spike growth is useless for all intents and purposes.
Okay, that's good for me, but bad in a lot of ways. I'm going, since that's a concentration, I'm going to switch to the clockwork sphere spell now.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll put that in. I'll copy and paste it. I don't know why we can't just post it in the chat anymore.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm sure, but I will put this on there. I will give you control over the token, and there
Okay.
is, if you see it next to where you are, an orb. You should be able to move around, and you can put that wherever you want. The clockwork thing appears in a space of your choice. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d6 force damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success. As a bonus action, you can move it around 30 feet. Creature makes saving throws against the sphere's damage as the sphere stops moving. If you ram the sphere into a creature, yeah. Okay.
So, I'm going to
Do
move, like I just conjure this sphere in my hand and then I thrust it towards them and I place it between Deavaki and the left hand.
Yes.
And as a bonus action, you can move it. So, they both would have to take the force damage if they're in the vicinity of it, but I can also ram it, correct?
You could summon it and then throw it at one of them instead. So you can choose one of them to have thrown it into. Then they must make a saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving this turn. When you move the sphere, you can direct it over barriers, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, you can throw it for the first turn to force the 2d6 force damage, or you can put it between them, and then when they move, whenever they end their turn near it, they take the damage.
Okay.
It's a game of cat and mouse with it, I think.
It also has -2 to its AC and Dex saving throws.
Yeah, what are you throwing it at?
I'm throwing it. Oh, God. Would I know that the left hand can heal Deavaki? Or was it just the right hand that could do that?
You haven't seen the left hand heal Deavaki.
Okay.
That's all we know, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because of that fear, I want to hit Deavaki, but I'm afraid of him regaining health again, so I'm throwing it at the left hand.
Okay, and then that is an instant. Creature takes 2d6 force damage. So the creature makes a save. Yes. So, do I have any disadvantages on this?
What is it?
A dex save from the hand, which is slowed.
Just subtract 2 from the roll.
Okay. So that is a 6. That's a fail. So give me 2d6.
Oh my god, 5.
What have I done? Okay, and that's that. So yeah, you launch this. How does this look? I mean, you hit it, you don't destroy it, but you do break bits off of the hand.
I conjured in my hand, and as I throw it towards the left hand, and it hits the side of one of the fingers, and it just starts to shatter bits off of the end of it, and it hits part of its knuckle on the hand, and that also starts to break apart. And you just see bits like falling to the floor and clattering, and like a little bit of electricity kind of goes off of it.
Yes, this thing kind of lands between the two of these figures, the hand and Deavaki. Does it have to be on the ground? No.
The ball, the orb.
Yeah.
I think it floats.
Yeah, I think so too. So yeah, it's just kind of floating up there between the two of them right now. And
oh, really fast. Sorry. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd degree. Oh, hold on.
At level or higher.
Yeah.
Can do more damage.
Oh, I thought it was level 3. It's not. It's level 2. Okay, never mind. I got excited.
All right.
Oh.
Toby's turn, or have you got more? I don't think you've got more, unless you want to move.
I'm gonna yell out. Should I stay near this lever?
Oh, we need one more. We need one more pulled this time to stun him.
Okay. And I think about moving, but I probably should stay by a lever to try to pull it.
Okay. Toby's turn. That is a hit.
Why the fuck doesn't that oh, it does automatically go through. Okay, great.
Oh wait, that's
9.
a natural. First one, 25.
Oh,
natural
shit.
20. Jesus. 9 plus 9 piercing damage. Natural 20 from Toby.
Sorry, my left click mouse button just is double clicking on its own for some dumb reason.
That sounds like that's not going to drive you crazy when you're playing a video game this week.
Yeah,
at some point.
I'm going to rip it out of my computer here in a minute.
And yeah, so Toby just again tearing a piece of Deavaki off the back of him as he's kind of swinging around. I think Deavaki is kind of trying to turn around here because Ellie dealt a huge bit of damage to him, so he's probably trying to work out where she is. Bringing us to Bo.
Please. Oh, pull the lever.
I will, but first, I'm going to use Healing Word on Suna. So I'm gonna call her attention and shout my bada boom, and just as it always does, it comes in like a gentle breeze and brushes up against Suna and instantly healing her for 9 healing. And I'm gonna use my action to pull this lever once again. Just to double check, I used strength last time, so can I use strength again or athletics?
You can use either.
Oh, okay. All right then. I'm gonna use strength then. All right, I take a deep breath and close my eyes, and once again pull that lever.
Oof.
Oh, fuck.
Going once.
Wait, stop.
Going twice.
Stop.
What is it?
You're going to think I'm insane, but I'm going to make it the 17.
Okay.
Oh.
You
And I'm going to keep the 14.
see a version of this where Bo is struggling with the lever, and you but you dismiss that as you witness, in fact, Bo pull this lever down. There is again a discharge of all of this energy. You see the form of Deavaki kind of turning around, scanning the area where Ellie was before he's hit once again with this pulse of chaos energy. It freezes him in place. Another kind of look of shock across his face that I think Ellie and Aura can see this time, as it seems completely unimaginable, and he doesn't seem to understand how this is possible or what exactly is even going on before he's stopped in place and stunned until the start of his next turn. Next turn.
And that ends my turn.
That ends your turn. Alright, so Una using the 17 there. Deavaki is stunned, missing this turn, and will be able to resume his bullshit on the beginning of his next turn. So that brings us to Ellie, all the way up here.
Remember when you said that this is chaos and sometimes things happen and da-da-da?
Yeah.
I have 2 concentrations up and I didn't realize. I thought darkness was just a spell you cast. It's a concentration, so the darkness disappears. It slowly seeps back into the dagger that's like on Ellie.
Yeah.
And she is revealed right as he's stunned, I think.
Yeah. He gets stunned and you just appear in place.
But then all right before he's stunned is she smiles at him.
Yeah.
And then,
of course.
since he's stunned, I get advantage on attack still?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, give me the attacks. I think, is it 2?
Yeah.
11.
Oh, God, why am I doing so bad? Okay, well, that
23, so 1 hits.
So it's 12, 3, and then Nope, not that. Sorry, that. Okay, and 1.
3 and 1, so 16.
Yeah.
Total. 16 damage.
I'm going to move. I'm trying to think about where to move. Because if I move... I guess I'm just gonna move like over here and then go into stealth.
Okay. You stealth up over there. Give me the stealth check.
27.
Nice. The hand is not stunned and gets to set off its spell if it uses its action. It doesn't need to roll another d20, right?
Right, it has to use its action this turn to set the spell off, yes.
Okay. Yeah?
Yes. It just says if it cannot, then the spell is wasted, but
Give me
it can.
a wisdom saving throw.
Which I believe you have. I believe you have advantage on that.
Yeah,
from your owl.
Because
for
you're
my
an
owl.
owl.
Right.
Yeah, what spell is that?
That was
Owl's
enhance ability. Yep.
Enhance ability. And that's saving
I
throws,
can
yeah?
link it. Yeah. I can link
Not
it
just
again in
check-
chat
not
if you
just
need.
skill checks. I got it.
All right.
Give me the saving throw because it'll do it with advantage regardless, I think.
Oh.
Is it bad? 10?
10.
Yeah, I think you're fucked either way, but I want to check.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. 10. You have to beat definitely higher than a 10. Yes. The spell goes off. This is hold person. You are paralyzed.
Fuck!
You have become paralyzed. This hand slowly moving up pulses with the energy at the core of it, that kind of weird Iron Man center core that it has that pulses once. And as it does so, Bo, you feel yourself stunned in place. You are paralyzed, much as Deavaki is, and you're unable to do anything. You're paralyzed for 1 minute. You can make wisdom saving throw at the end of your turns to try and break free.
Okay.
And it is also going to move. What is its movement?
Bless you, KPP.
What's she done?
She reminded me that we can actually do our channel time 3 times before a long rest, not 2.
Enjoy your
Thank you.
ability to
Because
use
I fucking will accelerate the shit.
the energy of the energy of chaos and the ancient magi. Let's see. So it has half movement, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Is
And
it
it
the
may
thing?
only do one thing per turn, so it can't do anything else this turn. It can only move.
Okay. Oh, it can only move.
That's right.
I see. Yeah, I remember now. I knew there was a reason I couldn't do it. Let me give you a wisdom save to try and break free. An 18. What does it have to
Yes.
make?
It's 17. It'll
Ooh,
break. It
finally
breaks.
free of the slow is the hand.
Yep.
But it does end its turn next to the thing. So give me 2d6 force damage, and it makes a save, does it? So much to remember. There's potentially
Yeah, I think
6
on
damage.
this, doesn't it just take... The creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save or half as much damage. Yeah, so you need to do a dex saving throw, but isn't there a -2 on the dex saving throw?
Probably.
There is if it's moving. Yes, because it has to
14.
move before it breaks out of the slow, so it does have the -2.
That is actually a 16. It says it's a 16, it goes down to a 14, but it goes back up to a 16 again. What does it have to beat?
It... On a
What is
failed
your-
save, it does...
It has to beat your spell save DC, which is
My spell saved
in
is
the-
11.
11. So yeah, it makes it. But it
But
does
you
take
take half the damage.
Yes. So it takes 3 force damage, being near the thing, and then it is Suna's turn.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. I know what I want to do, but it's a very tough decision. Yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast slow on both of them, Deavaki and the left hand.
Okay, and what do I need to do?
So
Two whiz
Deavaki
saves?
can't do anything, but the left hand can, right? Stunned, he can't do a whiz save. Oh no, he just can't use his legendary action. So yes, they both need to make a wisdom save, but they have disadvantage. Deavaki has disadvantage for sure.
Yeah,
The hand does not.
He automatically fails strength and dex saves.
Right, but Deavaki has a disadvantage because Toby's right next to him,
Yes.
which means he'll have disadvantage against any spell I cast on him.
All right, Deavaki's one. 7.
Failed.
And can he use legendary resistance?
He cannot.
You
We
sure?
confirmed that. You literally said that. That's the only reason why I'm casting that. He cannot do it while he
No,
is.
he can't use his legendary actions. This is legendary resistance.
I am only casting this because I was under that impression that he cannot do it. And I
No.
specifically asked you if he could do it.
What?
If he
No,
could
you-
resist.
Oh,
If he
did
could
you?
use his legendary shit, yes. But if you say he can, that's fine. But I'm not going to cast this then.
Oh, I thought you meant legendary actions.
I meant any specifically for slow. If he can, that's fine. But please allow me to take this back because I'm only casting it because I asked if he could use this bullshit. Fine, do it. Do it.
Roll a d20. If you roll lower than a 10,
Do
you...
it. I misunderstood you. I said legendary bullshit. I should have extra clarified. Do it. Murder us. It's fine.
No, this is it. This is a perfect chaos tug of war. All right, you go
Is
back.
that his roll?
No, you.
No, I can go back. All
you
right.
get to redo the round.
Motherfucker. Okay, I will cast Mind Spike instead.
You now know that legendary actions and legendary resistance are two different things.
Are two different things, and he cannot.
He can for sure do legendary resistance, though.
But he just can't do his actions.
Can't do his actions.
Okay. Then I will do Mind Spike instead.
Right. Do it. pop off. Mind spike. So that's a whiz save from him, and
That's correct.
you're casting this at what level?
2.
Wrong one. This one. 17.
Makes it, breaks it.
So it's only half damage.
That's right.
Give me it. 3d8.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's a 9.
Worst roll of the century.
So it's half of that. Rounded.
Oh, it has
down.
disadvantage. Excuse you, it has disadvantage, so it fails. So it takes the full 9. Against any spell I cast.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take the 9. Alright. End of your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
No. I
No?
will accelerate aura. Because I can use it one more time.
Accelerating aura.
Yeah.
Alright, Aura, your turn.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call out. Should I switch the lever again?
No, we've got it this round. Just attack with all you've got. When he's stunned like this, we have an advantage. We must use it.
Okay.
Try to let Bo and I pull the lever, and you two do as much damage as you can.
Okay. Does Aura know what would the liquid inside of that portal be bad for Deavaki?
I can't remember what you know because I can't remember what check you made for it last week. So, roll me another d20.
Okay. Ah, Jesus.
You,
9.
You don't know, basically.
For this, I'm just gonna go on a whim. Oh. Can I create a small portal inside of that and then one above Deavaki so that it would fall down on him?
You can do the small portal, I think.
Yeah.
Let me just see. Small portal, you on point within 10 feet of you and one within 60 feet of you is the issue. So imagine like a portal gun, you can open the blue portal over the thing or in the pool of energy, but you'd have to be 10 feet away from where you open the next one. Which kind of fucks your plan a bit.
Yeah. So then, because of that, and they, you know, Bo and Aura or Asuna said to just attack with all I got, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark. Sorry, I know I'm.
I like it. I love watching you all think, and because every little move
turn counts. Yeah, it really does.
And it's fine. It's completely fine. You've got all the time in the world.
So, can I only move? I can. Okay, how much can I move?
You can move. You still have Zephyr Strike up.
Yes.
Doesn't matter, does it? I'm an idiot. You can move half. You can move 15 feet.
Ass. Okay. Well.
Because you have a sprained ankle.
Yeah. So then, you said hopping down doesn't mean anything.
You can jump down, but with a sprained ankle, you need to make me an acrobatics check to not fall over.
Okay, then how much would it cost me if I lowered myself down?
It will cost you an acrobatics or an athletics check to not. It's
Even
the
if I
same
like
thing.
just carefully try to lower myself down?
You can walk down the stairs.
Oh my god.
If you want to just be completely safe, make the safe way down. But you've buggered your ankle, so yeah. Ellie doesn't have to make checks to jump off of stuff and land.
Okay.
which is why she didn't do it, by the way. I did think about it, but then I was like, I'm sorry, I just can't make her do it. But Aura with a bum ankle, jumping off of a 10-foot thing.
Okay. For my clockwork sphere, as a bonus action, I can throw that into somebody else, or throw it into something, correct?
Yes. I think you need to build up momentum, though. Do you have to move it a minimum amount? As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into... Oh, yeah, no, you can move it into anything, yeah. You can just...
And that's a bonus action.
Bang. Yep.
Okay, so... Well... God damn it, I wish I didn't have a bum ankle because I want to risk it because there's really not time for me to just casually go down the stairs all willy-nilly.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Deavaki wasn't stunned right now so he could launch fireballs at you, but...
To be fair, you walking down the stairs casually would be kind of funny.
Well, I feel like...
Excuse me.
I feel like I have...
Ellie's like
I'm
doing
just gonna-
triple backflips off the top of this
Yeah.
thing. Soon
We
as
see
diving
Aura
out the
just
way
like,
of lightning, and Aura's doing a nice little trot down.
See, I'm gonna call out to everybody. My ankle is fucked up. Should I
Use
risk
your bow. Use your bow.
Ugh.
Just hit it. He's stunned. We've got to hit it as hard as we can.
All right, and then when Suna says that, I'm just gonna pull out my bow. I am gonna move a little bit.
You can argue me. You don't have to just... Well, it's fine.
No, I know, but I'm also trying to not have 5 movement speed. So,
And somewhere in the distance, you hear Ellie say, "Just jump, you pussy."
I hear that. I'm gonna jump. I start getting my bow out, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. I know I can hit harder with my sword, and so I'm going to move my 15 feet and jump down.
All right, give me the
God.
acrobatics check.
Come on, roll. Don't make me regret.
It's going to
I
be
know.
17. You're fine. You've got this.
Oh God, can I have advantage because I have a lot of heart?
No.
Damn it.
He loved saying no there.
A 10.
10.
A 10, you actually are fine. You have to, the 10 is what you have to make. The,
Okay.
yeah. Here's what you can do. You can create a portal to teleport yourself, by the way. Just so you know.
I know, I don't want to use it up though.
Okay, I just wondered if you knew that you could fit in it and move yourself around with it.
As I thought about that too, but I can only use it once, correct? I can't use it more than one time.
I can't remember because you've all got too many things on your sheets now, and I have no idea.
It says
what you
as
mean.
an
Yes,
action, but
yes, you can do it once.
it's only once.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm trying to save it. So 15 feet puts me down this other lip. So I'm like on the main level now.
Yeah, it's
Congratulations.
just a jump down, but yeah, you can land down on the ground and the yeah, okay.
Okay. That's all I've done so far. So I'm going to save my hunter's mark and I'm going to just pull out my bow and arrow and I'm going to aim it at the left hand and I'm going to shoot at the left hand again.
Okay, give me the attacks.
You have advantage.
Oh, so should I roll them again?
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait, why does she have
Okay.
it on? Okay.
I thought we did, but we don't anymore.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
Right. 2 levers, stuns, both of them?
3 levers. 1 primes, 1 stuns, 3 primes the hand as well.
Got it.
That
Okay.
stuns the hand,
is
sorry.
not stunned. Got it.
No.
Or slowed at this point.
Okay, so then do
So you're just firing these 2 arrows at the hand, yes?
yes.
Okay. 9 is a miss, 21 is a hit.
5 piercing.
Okay. 5 piercing damage. Again, it kind of dings off of the heavy armor of this hand, but it does scratch it. You see a bit of electricity or whatever it is, energy, spark off of the back of it.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action on my sphere, and I'm going to ram it into the left hand this time.
Okay, and that's a dex save from the hand, which is a 17, which I think is a make. So give me the damage anyway. It takes half.
It's a D6. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this all straight.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, 2d6.
Yes.
3.
Nice. Okay. And yeah, so you jump off this thing. Your ankle supports you as you land. As you get up, you fire off 2 arrows, and then your hand kind of probably just moves in some arcane way to move this sphere. These arrows flying past, one hitting the sphere, striking this thing, creating a little damage to the hand as the hand is steadily being worn down. And that's the end of your turn?
Yes, at this point I think I've used everything I can. So, end of my turn.
Do you not have a channel divinity action extra?
I do.
Okay.
You also
But-
have accelerate on you, so you have a whole other action.
That's what I mean.
Oh!
I cast it right before this turn.
Which means you could have created a portal underneath yourself, fallen through it above them, pulled out the sword, and hit the thing as you fell down like you were Sephiroth. But
I know,
That
but
was
I
in
don't think
another
I don't.
jumped down
timeline.
like a badass.
She wants to save that.
I know. Yeah, that's all good.
But the
fine.
other thing too is I don't think that they're even close to dying, so I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Oh, I see. You're saving the finisher.
Yes.
I mean, obviously,
like it's a badass finishing move.
All right.
So then, if I have an extra action, does that mean I also have an extra bonus action, or is it just the action?
You have one full action. You can do anything with it.
Okay.
So Una just saw the end of the fight in one of the
Oh, yes.
realities.
I've seen a couple of ends of the fight in my brain, and they're all not so great, except for
Yeah.
one. That's the one I'm rooting for.
The one where Deavaki picks up Bo and bites his head off like a doll.
No,
Okay.
not that
That's
one.
the one I'm
not
rooting
rooting
for.
for that one. Yeah, I know that's the one.
Be
you're
awful,
rooting for.
wouldn't it?
However, by the way, I think that hand has to roll a concentration check for the hold person on Bo,
Why?
because it cast a spell. And it got hit a couple of times, correct? Doesn't it need to roll a check to make sure that it keeps its spell up?
Yeah.
Great.
It's not gonna.
So, all right.
You know why? None of you in the history of this campaign have ever rolled a concentration check. So
I have.
maybe one
You
or
make
two.
me roll it for slow.
Maybe once.
You.
Maybe
Wee.
once. Welcome to the fight against God.
All right.
There is
I'm
no such
si-
thing as concentration checks in this room.
All
Unless
right.
I decide to have them happen against you.
Can I
Okay.
have my darkness back since there's no checks?
No, that was a concentration being knocked out
I
by
know.
another concentration. She means when you get slapped, you're supposed to be able to hold up your
You're supposed
concentration by
to,
doing
yeah.
a con
Okay.
save, but it takes fucking 20 minutes to do each thing as it is, so I've just been ignoring almost
It's
all
awful.
of them.
Welcome to the fight against God. I think that should be the subtitle for today's episode. So good.
Yeah.
I'm sassy because everything matters, Danny, and I
Yeah, yeah,
understand
yeah.
that so
And everything's
much.
wibbly wobbly, and you're also fighting against.
Every moment matters. One wrong move will mean Bo gets his head bitten off.
Ooh.
I'm being strategic here, and I'm not using my accelerate at the moment because I have a plan for it later.
Oh hell yeah! I think we saw it in a accidental cutscene that on YouTube thumbnail. Seen it
Maybe,
just then.
or maybe not.
Exciting. Toby's turn then.
Toby will bite the shit out of Deavaki.
Give me that bite.
I wish he could bite the hand and help out, but he's stuck only with his eyes on Deavaki.
Yes. That's no choice. Oh, 9 is a miss, I think. Oh no, 10? But even with that, it's still a miss.
Yes.
I think
Well,
he
he
just
tried.
bites
Good
a
boy.
fucking tough part of Deavaki's armored skin. Again, just chomping away at anything.
Good boy.
Oh, you are hold personed, which means you get to make a wisdom saving throw.
By the grabby hand. Yep, all right. I do get advantage since I do have the owl. So, all right.
Do you?
Here
Hang
goes.
on a second.
Not unless it's only that one time, and then
I
it
just wonder
disappears.
if since we're on this conversation, I wonder whether the whole person knocks out the concentration of you being able to concentrate on the spell.
Then that might be possible that I lost it. Philly.
I cannot wait for you to pull this up and see that Bo technically has to make a check, and then we get to say absolutely not. Just kidding. Someone in the chat says he's held, not brain dead. And I
Right, well,
happen to think that's a great point.
He's paralyzed, is what it is.
He's paralyzed, but
So-
he's not brain dead.
Yeah, I
He
think
can
you probably.
concentrate.
I think you probably can hold it.
Can I?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're good.
Yay! Okay. Whew. All right. I'm gonna give it my best.
Wiz save is a 7.
Is that the sound you make too?
Which is a fail.
Yes.
So you remain paralyzed. Bo is not moving. All of you can probably see that. As Deavaki, he breaks out of his stunned condition of his own, and the pool of energy unprimes again behind him, and the levers reset, and Deavaki spins around again, looking about him at the areas where he sees at least 3 of you, and says,
I do not know how you are doing this, but it will not be enough.
and I think for a moment, as you're looking upon this face, there's perhaps a flash of worry as we go to our break.
What?
And
No.
we're going to go to a short break here. Go grab a glass of treacle. And we will see
Tinkle
you
time.
after the break to see if you can finish the job. Or, well, I've given myself the chance here to think about how to successfully kill at least one of you. I don't know. See you in a few minutes. Also, I'm going to run a trailer for an upcoming show on Tablestory.
Wow.
So stick around for that. We'll see you
It's the finale, and Brad finally has his shit together.
See you in a few minutes.
Water park. Sorry.
We're live. What?
What?
Water park?
Water park.
What's your name?
I said.
Katie Peters Plays randomly changes accents to New York. Makes me feel like she's in the...
Excuse you, that was New Jersey, not New York. People will murder you for
Definitely
that
the
mistake.
same place. It's definitely the same place.
I
Okay.
can do Valley Girl.
We're going to get more comments on this YouTube video than any other. How dare you?
all
No,
good.
all right. Please,
All
let's
good.
just continue.
All right. Katie Peters Plays
Yes.
from New York and New Jersey.
But, well, no, I'm from New York. I'm not.
Pumpkinberry from New York and New Jersey. Pocket from New York and New Jersey.
No, I'm from the Valley. I gotta do Valley Girl.
And Disby from the Valley.
Golly.
Fighting against the beast, Deavaki. He unfreezes himself, or he becomes unfrozen, I guess, or unstunned, or whatever it is. Yes, he looks confused, a little concerned that you seem to be able to have, or summon up this power somehow.
Wait, what? Oh,
Yes. What? Okay.
no, he's stunned for this turn, isn't he?
No, he was already stunned.
Oh,
He's
right.
unstunned.
Okay. He's unstunned at the beginning of this turn.
Yes.
Right.
Which is
Okay.
now.
Right. Sorry. I thought
Um,
he was supposed to be stunned, but you're right. It was last turn.
That's correct. What was your stealth roll, Ellie?
27.
27. I'm going to go ahead and say you probably can't beat a 27.
And he gets disadvantage on wisdom checks. Perception and all that because of Hex.
Mm-hmm. Then sure. Let's attack someone else. Who do we want to hit with
Do I
this
see
one?
him constantly trying to look for me?
For sure, yeah. As soon as
Okay.
he was already looking for you when he got stunned. As he unstuns, he seems to be confused, but he turns around again, looking about for you before eventually settling on Bo and setting his sights on Bo, who can't move. So I'm guessing that means Bo cannot avoid the incoming lightning bolt. Is that correct? Yes. So let's cast that. Oh, give me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you are paralyzed. Stunned. Whatever. A 12 is not enough. So you will take the full brunt of. Christ's sake, please stop closing. Oh my god. What is it? 9d6. How much do I need to do? What are you at? Let's see. 23. Damn it, that is not high enough. That sucks. 23 damage to you. A lightning bolt as he opens his mouth, looking towards you, Bo. There's just a huge, thunderous crackle of energy that strikes Bo. Bo, unable to move, doesn't even react to it as far as you guys are concerned. Just standing still, struck by this thing. 23 lightning damage is what that did. Then he is going to move because fuck this sphere thing that's near him. I guess he'll move over here, away from where you are and next to...
Toby will make an attack
Bo.
when that happens.
Do it. 7 is a miss. Does he have advantage? No.
Sake, no.
7 is a miss, unfortunately, for Toby. That is the end of Deavaki's turn, bringing us to Ellie.
Do I have to do like a check to see if I can tell if Bo's moving?
You will need to do a medicine check to determine anything about him other than the fact that he seems to have been frozen in place magically.
No, that's all I want to do is like if I can tell he's obviously not moving, especially after getting hit, maybe.
No, you can tell he's magically frozen in place. I don't think you can tell anything else about him, like how badly hurt he is, but he's been hit by a big lightning bolt. Probably
I'm
smoking
going
a little.
to use my movement to come up here and pull the lever.
Okay. Give
And
me
that's an athletics.
Yes, athletics check.
13.
13 is a success. You pull the lever down. The energy coalescing in the center of the room once again. A sense of energy being primed as this column of light raises and the power begins to kind of pulse at the center of the pool.
And then I'm going to drop down and go into stealth.
Okay, give me that roll.
So I think that Sauna would probably, and Aura would probably see Ellie go up, pull the lever, and then disappear off the ledge.
Yeah.
So.
Give me a stealth check.
25.
25. It is the hand's turn. Oh, actually, hang on. I think we missed a damage. Right? Is it when they start their turn next to it, or when they end? Oh, it's when they end their turn next to it. Never mind. Okay, left hand, no longer slowed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So it can move. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. Now, can't do that, so I guess... How far can he move? Oh, dude. This hand suddenly launches itself at Bo. That needs to be on the map layer, thank you. The hand launches itself at Bo. Bo, you are stunned still, so it's going to have advantage on its strike attack. Damn! An 11 is a miss, yeah?
Sure is.
This huge hand flies towards you, but it's kind of beat up. As it's moving towards you, it's twitching out of the air, out of place, because it's kind of struggling to stay formed. The little finger is kind of breaking off as it moves forward. Flies towards you, but just misses the area where you are, twitching out of, barely out of your way as it rushes towards you. The hand is done. It's Sauna's turn. Deavaki is directly to your right.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to use lightning lure on the hand and pull it away from Bo and to me.
Okay. Lightning lure.
Let me just see if I can actually do that. I think it has to be
I think you've got to be
close to
within
me.
15 feet.
Yes, I do. All right. I'm sorry. Did Deavaki attack?
Deavaki
I was reading. I'm so sorry.
attacked Bo. Yeah, he did the lightning bolt.
Right, and he had disadvantage, right?
On Bo?
Yes, he has disadvantage on his attack from the frostbite that I cast on him. His next attack will be done at disadvantage.
Let me see. Yeah, he would have gotten an... I don't know where it is. Oh, no, it was a saving throw from Bo, so he's still got...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You would see the portal thingy powering up, by the way.
And someone else needs to do it. Fuck. Okay. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. 19.
Damn.
Oh, that's a double crit.
Double crit.
Well, not technically. It's just a strength save, but yes.
You successfully pull this lever down, and the energy is released. Again, Deavaki, just utterly confused, turns to where you guys are, doesn't seem to understand what's happening, and freezes in place, kind of vibrating as it's turning around to scan the area here. He is stunned until the beginning of his next turn.
Which means, let me just think about this for a second. So this round, I will get to go again before he is unstunned, correct?
Yes. He skips a turn.
Right.
And then unstuns
And then
at
I'll
the
get to
beginning
go
of his
again
next
before
one.
he... Okay. Right, because we've just done it.
Right.
Got it. Okay. I just wanted to make sure of that. Okay.
Yep. Beginning of the next
So-
turn isn't correct. It's skip a turn and then beginning of that next turn he'll unstun.
Got it. Okay. So then... that's it. That's all I do.
Okay. Aura.
Well, because first thing I'm gonna do is move 15 feet. So go right there.
Yep.
And then I am going to, again, take out my bow and arrow and aim at the left hand. I'm going to
Okay.
shoot once. 25.
It's a hit.
11 piercing.
Okay.
Doesn't... And so
Still
I do
going.
that and it doesn't...
Doesn't
Destroy
destroy
it?
it.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to roll. I'm going to do another shot. 23.
It's a hit.
7.
That's still not destroyed. Remember, with the bow and arrow, you're doing half damage. Sword, you would do full damage.
I know, I'm trying to get over there. I just can't get there very fast.
I love the fact that you sprained your ankle because you're a planeswalker portal making thing. And
I
in
know.
the final thing, you sprained an ankle. That's the type of shit I wouldn't be able to write into a finale, but I'm so happy to see here, kinda. Anyway.
The thing about it though is I only have certain things I can do one time. And
love
so
it.
I can't just be like, just float all around and like I'm trying to be. So then I'm just gonna take my what's it called? My globe, and I'm just gonna swing it in the left hand.
Okay. That is a dex save from the hand, which is a 20. Does it have disadvantage?
No.
No? Okay, so it takes half of the 2d6.
Oh no, I rolled that wrong. Sorry.
Rolled a
Wish.
26.
I know.
You rolled a d26 and got a crit, actually. That's kind of impressive. Alright, so it takes 4 damage. And it is still going. Both the hand and Deavaki look like they've got some wear.
I'm going to cast Accelerate on Bo.
Okay. So Bo has 2 actions whenever Bo wants to use them. And that's the end of your turn, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, brings us to Toby.
Toby will move forward. Okay. Well, Christ. And attack.
Okay. Has advantage. There's another crit from Toby. And that is 7 plus 6, which is 13. Non-magical damage.
That's right. Good boy, Toby.
He leaps at Deavaki and bites a chunk off of now the front of Deavaki as he continues to just tear bits off, jumping, leaping, raking with claws and biting bits off of the enormous body of Deavaki here. And Bo, you may give me a wisdom saving throw to try and break free of the hold person.
Yeah, I'm feeling incredibly weak from that last attack. Smoke is probably still emitting from my body, but
Yeah, that charred
I'm
beard.
gonna give it all I've got. Whew.
Oh,
14 is not enough.
Jesus!
You remain stunned or paralyzed, and you all see. It's difficult to see him now because there's a huge body of Deavaki blocking him and the hand near him, but you can see that Bo is still not moving, everyone. Deavaki misses a turn. Ellie's turn.
I'm gonna EB the hand.
I'm sorry. Aura cast Accelerate on Bo, correct?
Yes. He gets
So
two actions.
He 2 actions, so essentially 2 times to roll, correct?
Do you want to use it for that?
I don't think we have the option. I think it's your next
Right.
turn.
Is it your next turn or you hold it? You guys have been holding it for stuff, haven't you?
Yeah,
No,
we've been holding it.
Only this episode. I've never held it. I have to. You have to do it in the next turn, I thought.
Let me read it.
I mean, it'd be great if we could hold it and use it whenever.
A targeted friendly creature within 20 feet. Within 20 feet, guys. You sons of
Wait,
bitches.
I used. Oh.
Oh, I'm going to get you back for that one.
Yeah.
It's now allowed
Well,
to
wait.
use 1 additional action. It doesn't give you a time limit on it.
Okay.
It's
But we've all
that's-
been doing that without the 20 feet for like
Yeah, I know.
the whole thing.
Got it.
I know. I will remember that.
But so we can hold it then, because I've always done it that I have to do it in the next turn I have.
I don't see why you can't hold it. It
Okay,
doesn't say
wonderful.
you can't. It doesn't say on your next turn or anything like that. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'd say you sprinkle a little pixie dust on someone and they get to do a thing. So, you can hold it if you want. If you...
Bo does not have wisdom advantage, chat.
Yeah, I lost it. I broke my concentration, so I
Oh,
don't
yes,
have it
that
anymore.
does break concentration, being
Yeah.
incapacitated. So his concentration on the owl enhance
Is gone.
ability is gone. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. I don't think that's an action. I think that's just at the end of your turn. I don't know what that consumes, so I don't think it consumes like an action or a bonus action or a reaction or whatever.
So potentially Bo could still make a spell?
No, he's paralyzed. He can't do anything.
Right.
I think all he can do is make a whiz save at the end of his turn, and that's
Right.
it. I don't think it consumes an action, so I don't think he can use Accelerate to do it twice.
Got it.
So it just
But
continues
he can
as
hold
was.
it, so he's not
He's still
lost
got it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So Ellie, your turn.
I'm gonna pew pew the hand.
Pew pew the hand.
Well, actually, first I'm gonna come around the corner so I'm not shooting through a ledge. And then, since I'm in stealth, I'm gonna pew pew the hand.
Pew pew. 16 is a hit. 16 is
16.
also a hit.
And then plus 6 damage from the curse, and then those. God, I keep rolling ones for necrotic.
The hand take, so that's 9 plus 9 plus 5 plus the 1 as well, or that rolled twice, did it?
No, because it's each hit, so it's plus the 1 as well.
So plus the 1 as well, so 24
Yes.
damage?
30 total.
30 damage. Why, where's the other bit of damage coming from?
Oh wait, you're right. Nope, actually that's
Deavaki's cursed,
it's-
hexed, not the hand.
Yeah. It's just the 18, I guess.
Just the 18?
Because I think Hexblade only works on single target as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
you've
so-
got-
You
yeah,
don't
sorry.
get sneak because you're using your Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, no sneak either. So it's just 18.
Yeah, this hand is kind of messed up, but it looks like it's about to try and grab Bo. How do you destroy it?
I think that as it's going to grab Bo, it just a beam of purple light just shoots through it, like
Yeah.
right through the center.
And you
And-
see that kind of core that's yellow die out as it breaks and smashes like a glass window, and then the light dies out and the hand falls crumbling in on itself, curling up a little like a dead spider in front of the area where Bo is, falling apart, looking now just kind of like bits of metal, losing any of that kind of fluid, metallic magic that was holding it together. The yellow light that was coursing through it all dies out. The other hand is gone. The huge form of Deavaki remains, but doesn't do anything because it's stunned. And
But Bo is released from hold person.
Bo is released from hold person.
Whew. Okay.
And
I go into stealth and go back by the ledge.
All right.
You pay.
19 on that stealth check, bringing us to Sauna's turn.
Remind me again what his legendary resistance is for. I know he can resist me, but what other saves can
If
he
he
do?
fails any save, he can choose to succeed it.
So, great.
Just anything that forces him to make a saving throw.
Right. Okay. Anything, huh? And he's used it once or
Yep.
twice?
Once.
Okay. Okay. I will. Fuck. I'll do Mind Spike again.
Okay.
Oh, Christ.
And what is that? A save from me? Whiz save?
Yes, and it has disadvantage.
Whiz save disadvantage coming in. 4.
So it fails.
Correct.
Now, why didn't it pop up in the chat when I hit the button? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. 3d8. $12.
12. I think I'll tank it.
And that's it.
Okay. Aura. Yeah.
Yes, sorry, go on.
Are you done or no?
Yes, oh yes, I'm very
Okay.
much done, sorry.
Sorry. Every plan I'm coming up with is hindered by one thing. Well, okay. So my small portal uses an action, which means then I can't use an attack if I use small portal to transport myself.
Correct. You used your acceleration, yeah? Did you?
Yeah, I used
You
yeah, I
used the
used my
acceleration
Oh
for-
no, I haven't yet.
I think you still have it.
Yeah. I thought
So
I
it will
did.
consume
Okay.
one of your 2 actions.
Okay then. What I'm going to do is cast Hunter's Mark on Deavaki.
Okay.
So he now has Hunter's Mark on him.
That knocks out your Zephyr Strike.
Oops, why did that do that? Okay, I thought I was gonna post the thing. Knocks out my Zephyr Strike, but honestly, I still can only move 15. So I'm gonna conjure up a small portal in front of myself. And then, oh my god, I'm going to make a small portal underneath Deavaki.
Okay.
And then as I come out of that portal, I'll have my sword out and I'm going to try to strike him at his core underneath.
All right. You. Can you tell me? You put yourself wherever you would appear.
Just like directly underneath him.
In the middle or on the edge of where he is. Like you can put yourself anywhere.
In the
there.
middle, like wherever he's hovering off the ground, I'm just coming out with some force underneath so that my sword strikes up into him.
Okay. He's Hunter's marked.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can do all of this stuff 100%. Give me the attack roll or rolls.
Okay. Be 2 attack, great sword. rolls. 16, 7.
It's a natural 1, actually.
Yeah.
You have advantage, actually, on these attacks. He's stunned still.
Yes.
So that's actually just a 16. So give me advantage. That's just one roll with advantage there.
Okay.
So
So roll it again.
roll me another one with advantage.
Okay.
20.
Oh, that's a crit.
No, it's not.
Oh, because it wasn't a natural 19
It's a
or 18
14,
or whatever.
I think.
Yeah.
So that is a 16 and a 20, but they are both hits.
Okay. So then I'll roll 6 slashing, 12 slashing, and then Hunter's Mark. An extra 1d6 damage.
Yep.
Do I roll that 1 time or 2 times?
You roll that 1 time. No,
Okay.
wait, 2 times.
I think
two
it's
times.
per attack,
Yep,
yeah.
2
And
times.
she has extra
Whenever you
attacks,
hit
so
with a
it'd be
weapon
twice.
attack, so 2
Yep.
d6. You also get another 2d6, I think, don't you? Hang on, how far away is this orb? No, you don't. No, you don't.
Well, that.
All good.
Yeah, well, Hunter's Mark is a bonus, so I can't move that.
No. He missed. He ended his turn next to it previous round, but it doesn't matter. He's not next to it. It's too
Okay.
far away. So
A
9. So that's 12, 18, 26. Is that right? Did I math that? Or did I fuck that up?
27.
25? 25.
I'm mathing. 27, yeah.
27.
was right.
Wow, how did we all get it wrong?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't hear you. You're in charge of math from now on. You have to shout it. 27 damage. It is not enough to destroy him, but it is pretty significant. Describe how this whole thing looks. From start to finish.
I'm hobbling away from where I am, and I'm like, I just can't get where I need to fast enough, so I just tear at what is essentially air in front of me, and a portal opens, and I just imagine a portal opening from underneath him so that he wouldn't expect me to come that way and he wouldn't see it. So I jump through the portal, but as I'm doing that, I'm pulling my greatsword out, and then I thrust it in front of me, so when I come up through the portal underneath, it just strikes. Does he have like a little tornado bottom? That's how I imagine it.
He does. It doesn't really affect you to be in it, though. It's just seems to be there, but it's sort of like an illusion almost. It doesn't seem to do any real fucking effect. It's just seems to be what keeps him aloft.
So as I move through this swirling of air around him, there's like a metal plate underneath, and my sword just strikes through it.
Yeah.
And I twist it for the second, and then I pull it back out.
Yeah, there's a grinding of metal as you do so.
And then I drop down and I hold my sword, but I kind of hunker down.
Yeah, there's probably a significant amount of damage done to the underside here of Deavaki as it tears in, and you can see inside here there's all of these inner workings, but it doesn't look like a robot or like cogs or anything. It looks like the insides of a functioning an animal. It looks like it has like internal organs and stuff. There are these like pulsing and twisting things, these pipes that look like arteries or veins that all connect to everything, and then all of this electric energy is moving over it. In the stun, he's not really moving too much. He's just kind of vibrating in place. Usually when you're damaging him, it's moving and covering itself, but you can see that it does seem to have kind of like all of this weird, strange. It looks like metal, but it's almost like a trick of the eye. As you concentrate on it, it looks like a flesh as well. Like it is pulsing. Like there are elements that are similar to a heartbeat. Like there is this electrical energy looking stuff. Does look like blood, but doesn't move in the same way. It is like a life essence to him. And yeah, it's a significant strike to Deavaki there. And you end your turn?
I think I have movement, because I just made the portal in front of me and I went through it.
Oh yeah, then you have 15 feet, yeah.
He is stunned, so he cannot attack me if I move out of his range.
Correct.
Okay. How's Bo looking?
Fucked up, I think.
I'm gonna
Quite fucked up.
I'm gonna move up near Bo. So I'm gonna
Oh, that's right.
I'm
Don't
gonna
forget your favorite enemy. That'll give you +2 to damage rolls against this divine creature.
Oh God. So what does that mean? Could I have rolled?
You can add
+2 damage to each attack.
for
No,
4 damage?
4 more damage. Yep.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind going forward. So I'm gonna I drop down and I grab my sword and I tuck and roll in a really sweet way, but swift and looks like super fast. And then all of a sudden I'm standing next to Bo on this platform.
Nice.
Are you okay?
I probably don't respond just yet, but I twitch.
Oh, it's gonna be okay. And then I turn back to Deavaki with just my sword out because I can't do anything else.
Toby bites at Deavaki, but again hits a kind of more sturdy part of this form, I think, on a... Wait, is that a 19 or a 10?
It's he's stunned, so it's a 19.
Okay, so yeah, he hits him. Give me the damage instead. 10 piercing damage from Toby as he rips a chunk off. Maybe the area where Aura has already broken. You see Toby kind of like jump up, leap, grab a piece of it. It bends more of it out. Some more of that kind of electric energy pour out and dissipate in the area. Deavaki again unable to move from the stun. Bringing us to Bo's turn, twitching, standing next to a concerned-looking Aura.
All right, so I think now I finally get up, stumbling a little, and my eyes squinting as I look at my surroundings. I see Aura beside me. I nod to her gently and see that Deavaki now is the only thing remaining, and I instinctively attack with Ray of Frost once again.
All right, give me that attack roll.
Is it with advantage? Because...
It is, because
Okay.
he's stunned.
Yeah.
All right, just wanted to double check.
14's a hit.
Okay, and then I do
7.
deal an extra 1d6 and then an additional 4. Oh, damn. And then the 4.
4. 7 plus 1
12.
plus 4, yeah?
Yeah.
So 12?
Yes,
Yes.
that's correct.
This Ray of Frost, what does it look like? It's an icicle, right?
Yeah, it's an icicle.
Where are you aiming for?
Well, I'm aiming straight for Deavaki. Motherfucker. So,
the face, the core,
Oh,
just a random area?
okay. Well, if we're going there, right in the core.
Right in the core, this ice launches forward and strikes the core, piercing and breaking it. Breaks. Explodes. Loads of this kind of energy pours out suddenly from Deavaki as this thing breaks. You see the vibration that's holding him still kind of ripple out from where he is. The light that is a source that runs all through him turns off, flickers for a moment, and then turns back on.
Phase 2. Like a true Final Fantasy game.
What do you want to do?
Boy. All right, I'm going to use a bonus action now. I'm going to use Healing Word on myself to kind of patch up some of those boo-boos Deavaki gave me. All right, and we'll see what that... Okay, 9. So I put my hands to my chest, and from the warmth of my hands, I feel that healing buff. And that ends my turn.
Okay, Deavaki unstuns. The core that is broken now, this kind of orb that sits at the center of his chest, all fractured and broken, bits of kind of like glass-like stuff falling out from it as this electricity energy is bursting from him. His eyes flickering and strange, his face snarls as he whips his head around, looking down towards where you are. You can see that he's kind of like twitching uncontrollably, like his body isn't really his fully at the moment as he struggles to contain this energy that's kind of pouring out from these varying kind of wounds that are on him. He looks down towards where you are and says,
That is enough.
he's going to cast Fireball, 4th level, on Bo and Aura.
Jesus.
So I need dex saves from both of you.
I have resistance to fire damage.
Ooh, you do. If he wasn't so fucked up, he would have remembered that, I'm sure.
14.
Should I still do a dex save?
Yes. You just take
Okay.
half damage regardless.
10.
Okay, so you take half damage, Bo, you take full damage of 29. A fireball goes off. Explodes near where you are. Deavaki will... can't move. Can he? Can move. He can move. It's not over yet.
He has 10 feet less, by the way, from Bo's ray of frost.
Wait,
Nice.
oh my god, I could totally use cutting words. Shit.
I don't think
Or-
you can on Fireball.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Just
never
attack
mind then.
rolls. That's
Gotcha.
the end of his turn.
But KPP could do something, right?
No, I used it last time.
Okay.
And I can only use Hellish Rebuke once,
Yep.
correct, before a long rest, and I used it last
Yep,
session.
You're right.
Ellie's turn.
Absolutely right.
This is gonna come as a surprise, but I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. 21
Yeah, and 18.
and 18. 2 hits.
Yeah. And since he is the hexed and hexblade target, and then +6 as well.
2 Eldritch Blasts fly towards Deavaki. As they reach where he is, there is a shield that shimmers and appears around him. They hit the thing. They are absorbed into the shield. What else do you want to do?
That
That is very cool. I hate you, but that is very cool.
The form of Deavaki now is going to what's the best thing to do here? Kinda slowed. Gonna move. And he can move half his speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So he has 10 feet less and half of what he can move. So he can get to over there.
Well, if he moves out of the threat range, it still provokes opportunity of attack.
Oh, that's what moving half his speed without provoking opportunity attacks means. You can move
Jesus.
without provoking them. And that brings us to you, Suna.
Okay. I'm gonna pull this lever.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. With advantage. 13 is enough. You pull the thing down. The chaos energy in the center of the room again illuminates, pulses, and primes. Want to move?
No.
Okay. Deavaki is going to move. He's going to move. Is he still Ray of Frosted? How long does that last? Is that just the next time he moves or for a whole turn?
I believe it's a whole turn.
Alright, so he can get over there. He continues to slowly move away. He's kind of flying, right? But he's kind of all beat up. There's bits of electricity and bits falling off of him, but he's moving around and away from where you are. He doesn't see you, Ellie, but he is moving towards you regardless. Just so you're aware.
I'm very aware.
Aura's turn.
How does he look?
Super fucked up.
Oh boy.
Please
Because
pull the lever.
I mean,
Please pull the lever. Someone.
all right. So I'll. Sorry, really quick. I need to check something. God damn it. Okay. I should have picked more bonus actions. Okay, I'm gonna pull the lever as soon as calling for it, and so I'll just reach back and I'll just pull it.
Yeah. Give me the athletics check.
Okay. 15.
15. You do it. The chaos energy pulses out. Suna, give me an Arcana check.
All right. Plain.
Yep. 20. Easily enough to tell that the energy that is in these levers, that is in the center of this room, is waning massively. With this final
Alright.
pull, you can tell that you probably can't do it again. Or if
Alright.
you do,
It won't work.
it probably won't work, yeah.
Alright.
There's no energy left coming. This is the last of the energy from the center of this pool as it discharges and hits Deavaki as he's slowly moving around. Ellie kind of looking up towards him from a stealth position, hidden in shadow. As he moves around, he stops in place again, vibrating, stationary.
That's the last one. We can't do it again.
Because I did that, and that's considered an action, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then I'm gonna swing my ball into him, my gorb.
Ah, yes. Okay. Give me... I need to do a dex save with...
Yeah.
with disadvantage. Yeah? Yes, because he's stunned. Alright, 1 dex. A 9 is a fail. Give me the 2d6 damage. How would you like to kill Deavaki with this thing?
Oh damn! I was hoping for something much cooler than that. It's like I see my orb, and it starts to get larger and larger as like this determination fills me, and like a baseball player like winds up to throw, I go like I wind up and throw with my hand this orb into him, and it literally just makes contact and light explodes from him, and he shatters into a million pieces, and then he implodes back in and then explodes further with just light everywhere until it's just completely black for a minute, and then everything lights up and there's just powder on the ground.
Yes, I'll say some of that happens. As the orb is launched towards this stunned version of Deavaki, the orb maybe strikes into him, probably breaks some of the elements of his back as he's moving away from you. It passes through him, exploding. It definitely creates some of these explosions. You see bits of him explode off of the sides of his body. He doesn't have arms, but you see chunks from inside, internal pieces blow outwards. You see this energy both from the sphere and the core of Deavaki, which was already damaged. This blood, this internal kind of yellow electricity burst outwards. It strikes the walls. It strikes the area at your feet, Suna, Ellie. You see this enormous form begin to crumble, bits falling off from Deavaki as the enormous parts of his body break away. The enormous bits of him that make up this kind of oddly fluid mechanical body fall about you. The light goes out in the area. When it comes back, you can see that the pool in the center of the room is no longer kind of fully primed and charged. The energy that is inside Deavaki is flickering out as most of him falls to the ground. His face turning back towards where you are as it falls from his body, looks towards you, Aura, and turns into one final snarl. You see that row of teeth lost as his face explodes outwards with some of this magical energy. Anything that was holding him together seems to have let go now, and bits of him fall everywhere. Bits of him fall upwards as some of the gravity in the room shifts a little and all of you stumble as you feel it. The broken core with all of this kind of energy, any of the electricity that's outwards falls upwards, begins to dissipate away from his body. However, there is more. The center of the room shifts and changes. The outer parts of the room shift and change. All of you see the room begin to immediately fold in on itself quickly, rushing towards you and closing. The mirrored stairs that are all around you moving quickly inwards. The central pool of golden energy pulses weakly. What do you guys want to do?
I think I want to run to the girls as quickly as I can.
They're all around, yep. So Bo starts moving. One is next to you.
I start moving
and there's nothing here, right? We don't see Deavaki or anything?
There's bits of Deavaki everywhere, but his energy is all floating
Right.
upwards. The room is
I don't
folding
know
in
if we
fast. You just need to tell me what to do, and then we'll decide what... Tell me what your first reaction and action is, each of you.
I'm running towards them as well.
You run towards them.
I mean, as
Also
they're
Aura, because she's been limping and she
Wait,
can't get
wait,
very
wait.
far.
Is there a door?
No.
No door? Okay.
I think I'm gonna have Aura on leaning on against my shoulder so she can get that extra
well, I should be able to move now because we're not in combat, correct?
Yeah, but tell me what you want to do.
I'm going to open a portal so all of us can go through it
Yeah.
before this room closes on us.
You do exactly that.
I'm running towards Aura because I know that she has the portal powers. So.
As you begin to open the portal, Aura, first of all, tell me how it looks.
I see the room like folding on itself and immediately just think we have to get out fast. And so I start tearing at the air in front of me, and then this beautiful large portal starts to open and the edges become smooth. And I thrust it to where in the middle of all of us so we can all run towards it and get into it in time. And I get to the portal and I stop and wait for each of them to go through it first.
The portal opens up. You are all running towards it, yeah? Is everyone jumping in?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'll make sure Ellie goes first.
As
First.
you are about to jump into this portal, you hear one question in your mind. It takes on whatever voice you want it to take on. The question is, will you relinquish your power? Each of you hear it individually and can answer individually.
We don't know who's asking.
No?
It just takes on any voice. I would. Wow.
I would keep my abilities.
Do you say yes?
I
Basically
say
a yes
yes.
or no question. Okay.
I say yes because the world is still covered in snow. I need to do something about that.
Yeah. So will you relinquish your power as no then? You say no.
Oh,
You're not giving it up, right?
Oh, okay. No, not giving
Okay.
up.
Okay.
I think I hear Zach's voice coming through whenever it's said, and Ellie immediately is just like, no.
Okay.
Sorry, I need to think about this.
Take your
What is
time.
this
This
for-
happens over a split second, but you can take your time to
Can I
answer.
also ask, what voice do you think you hear, Aura?
I hear an amalgamation of Deavaki, Alvin, Klex, my dad, my mom.
Because I feel like it would change so much for me depending on what voice I heard.
That's why I chose Zach, because
Yeah.
as soon as he asked, Ellie would be like, absolutely not. I'm keeping my power.
I say yes, I'll give it up because Aura feels like it's like taking responsibility for something that she shouldn't have. And in this moment, she wants to give that power back to everybody else and not be stronger than others. So I would say yes.
Okay.
No. I
No?
will not. I will not.
Okay. The four of you jump into this portal, and chaos transports you away. You are sent from this place back to the mortal world of Lacrin, and all of you feel and understand the energy of chaos is fading away. Not just from around you, but from within you. I think sooner you feel this most prominently as your immortal blood loses its sorcerous origins and you are made truly mortal. Your ability to cast magic fading away as chaos dies. Bo, you're next. Your abilities that you've learned, that you've unlocked, fade away. The magical spells that you once commanded, you will never be able to cast them again as chaos dies. Aura, the abilities that you've known as a ranger and the abilities as a planeswalker fade from your fingertips almost as chaos dies. Ellie, something even more terrible is happening to you as you experience true death. The curse magic that kept you from death leaves your body, and the shadow-bound energy between you and an entity that's deep within the plane of Shadowfell is severed as you too are made mortal, and Lacrin is separated somewhat from the other planes of realities, the Shadowfell. As chaos dies, so too does all magic in Lacrin. The Gates of One on Lacrin, these chaos seals that have been held open from a previous cycle, crumble, break. The Elven Mistlands, there's a great temple that you see fall in on itself. Underwater, there's a huge chasm that closes. The Giant Lands see a mountain range that collapses in on itself too. Atop of the highest of the Far West Sky Islands, there is a cave that seals closed, and then all of the islands fall into the sea. In the ruins of Thelmesia under the sea, there is the very machine which was used to destroy Chaos and the other gods. The machine which activated the entire Dying Order at the beginning of this campaign, and for the 9th time, the cycle ends and the machine falls silent, and the seas that are held back around it fall in on it and collapse in on it like a set of waves. And in the distant and corrupted lands of Darkvale, the mists lift, a single flower hesitantly blooms, and in the deserts of Dustvale, Dreadtusk the temple falls down into a sinkhole. You are about to finish your journey. The last of Chaos's energy sends you to Lacrin, the mortal realm. Aura, your boots land harshly on soft earth. Bo, you stumble forward across some cobblestones in the street. Sauna, your knees buckle with an aged weakness that you've never known before. And Ellie rolls limply across a cold alleyway. For a moment, there is naught but the steady drip of melting ice before she takes a sharp intake of breath, and chaos dies. Now, You tell me where you think you would be in a year. If you can imagine where you think you would end up 1 year from that day. You no longer have access to any magic that no one does. The world transforms and changes in that sense. But all of you are back on the Kryn where you started. Where do you think you would each end up?
Well, I probably would have found out that it was my father that had my mother murdered. So I probably would have done whatever it took to put him behind bars. And I think Bo would finally settle down with a lady that probably reminded him very much like Ellie. He kind of always had a thing for Ellie, but never had the guts to say it. And he has a little girl that he named after Ellie. And he's living the life. But he often thinks of Suna, Aura, and Ellie.
It's hard to answer.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel like a dream? Or does it feel... Because we're back exactly where we started.
Mm.
And magic is dying. It doesn't feel like a dream, right?
For you, it would probably feel extremely strange. I would imagine... I don't even know how you would feel. You were never even like a typical human that learned the ways of magic. You were just born into it. Your blood comes from these ancient beings. So you always were connected to it. You don't have any spells. You're just mortal. You're practically a human woman. An old one.
Do I have my eye?
I guess that's up to you. What do you think?
I think I don't have a completely blackout eye anymore because that was from magic.
Right. I
think I can see with both eyes for the first time.
Then yeah, I think you probably do have two sort of traditional, normal-looking eyes.
Am I blonde again?
Do you think you would be blonde again?
That's what she was, so yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah, you're blonde again.
I think I know what Ellie would do then. She would, the first thing she would do is do what she's always wanted to do, and she would kill Zach. Magic or not, she would go and she would kill him.
Yeah.
And then after he was dead, she would leave the guild and go to Dustvale.
Okay. What are you searching for in Dustvale?
Suna's kids.
Hmm.
Because she had something to give them.
Okay.
And I think the last thing you'd see is she sort of just settled down in a small town, just helping people instead of hurting them. Because it was something that Suna kind of encouraged her to do. So.
Okay.
This is really difficult. But when you first asked, I saw Suna cooking food with vegetables from her garden in City. But I think in that year, I do think she would have at some point traveled back to Dustvale to see her family. But I think she probably felt a little out of place when she got there. And so she left and went back to her hut in City.
Did you meet them?
I think so. She knows the route, assuming they were still taking it, which she did have that vision before climbing her tower that they were still doing the same old nomadic life, and I just think that's not for me anymore. And I have a dog named Toby. And I'm happy.
I think Aura found her way back to Bame, back to the cottage she grew up in. But what's different now is that she is married to Klex and she has a baby on the way. And she built a little hut for Alvin to live in next door. And her crops are flourishing. And for once in her life, she feels happy without all the bells and the whistles and feels like she has found a place that she fits in and is accepted for who she is. And she works to build up the town in a way that it is successful since Ellie did kill all of the leaders there. But she creates this monument for Ellie and doesn't tell people why. But there's this beautiful statue of Ellie in the courtyard now.
The butcher of the town.
But
Yes.
nobody knows it's the butcher of Bame except me. And I've taken up writing notes and sending buns to visit each of them just to check in.
Oh, that's lovely. I forgot about letter sending. I would definitely have sent everyone a letter.
Like
And
this.
it
I don't
rambles.
think Ellie sends letters. I think she tries to visit every once in a while. Like she's more of a nomad than anything. She just
Oh, I love it.
plays. So
Now,
So-
I know we don't have any magic at all anymore, but is it possible for me to still just feel like I know when Ellie's coming? So the day like the day she arrives, there's like a fresh pie or something. Like, oh, Ellie might come today.
I think you probably do. I think all of you are a little special with things. It's not a spell, but I think you can do it. You do a little
it's
trick.
like a deep
or you
bond
can,
now. There's a
Yeah.
different kind of bond that
There's- yeah.
You just you have tricks.
Like, oh,
I
seasons
think
and-
I think Ellie sometimes she'll stand in a shadow and she'll be a little more concealed than is natural. You know, Bo
Yes.
will stare at a glass of water and it'll ripple once and he'll smile. So Una will be able to predict when Ellie's coming to visit, and Aura just knows whether it's going to be a sunny day or whether it's going to rain, and can predict the weather in certain
Yeah,
ways and things
I like that.
But I don't think
Also, it's not a pie. It's that lavender lemon cake that my mother used to make. And I probably would have, I'd say, journeyed to see you all or to go back to your towns where you're from. But then I'm quite old and traveling is awful. So after the last stint in Dustvale, I head back to CT. But I do let you know where I am and where you can find me. And I do maybe flirt with the real Toby a little more openly now.
I want to meet Alvin as not a vampire. That's one thing that I'm going to do whenever I travel to see Aura, is meet Alvin and not be the vampire that he was terrified of.
I'd probably bring my family when I'd go see the girls.
Oh,
and introduce my little one and my new wife.
who
Yeah.
looks very much like Ellie, but no one will say anything.
I
because
know.
That's awkward.
Yeah, that's awkward.
And yet the first thing Ellie says whenever she sees Bo is, "You still have half your ass?" Just completely making it really awkward.
So, yeah, I mean, it's only been a year, and you have to travel without the rail network.
Yeah.
There's no trains. The trains that were upgraded from the old ways that probably would have worked somewhat with steam don't work anymore because they were all magical trains. So travel has been reduced, worldwide to carts and traditional ships and things. So it's not too easy to get around, but I think you begin
So
down
we've
that
seen each
path
other
as
once, maybe.
maybe you've met once as the year passes. We see each of these characters settle down. We see a world settle down, changed, but free. And that is where we end today's episode. Thank you so much for playing, players. Thank you so much for watching, viewers. We're going to do, as usual, a quick round of shout-outs. See where you can go and find these people. When we will be back next week doing a roundtable where you can submit questions to the cast and to me. You can also pre-submit questions on the Discord by going to the Discord and messaging in there. If you put, I can't remember the rules, Piranha Plant, but I think you have to @Piranha Plant to get your questions in. And we will do our best to get through as many of them as possible. The first half of the next thing will be a Q&A for the cast specifically, so we'll hold off on any DM questions and things like that. And the second half will be more of a DM world thing. And we'll probably include some general Lacrin things that are to do with Dustveil and Darkfire as well, but I'll make sure that there's plenty of spoiler warnings before it happens, because this is the third part of a sort of trilogy of stories set in this world. So there's some questions and things that I'm sure people want answered, because the chaos and random elements of the game always leave some stuff out. Check pinned messages in the Tablestory Discord in the Dying Order room, whatever it is, and there will be the information you need. So we'll do a quick round of shout outs after everyone rolls me a perception check. from Ellie, 9 from Aura.
Stop. I'll make that a 14.
18 from
Can I,
Ellie,
if I
14 from Aura, 18 from Bo, and a 19 from Suuna. So, one last thing that happens here. It has been 1 year. Exactly 1 year later. And something's off. Each of you stand up and look up at the same time in the places that each of you are. You take a moment away from whatever it is that you're doing. Chaos and the connection you had to her is certainly gone. But there's something that's been at the corner of your vision. There's a slight itch that you couldn't quite scratch, like waking from a dream that you can't quite remember. Don't you think something was off about today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't I always wear a cap? What is this? Why is it red
Yes.
behind
Oh my
me?
god. Yeah, what?
What is all that?
What are you up to, Brad?
This wasn't good enough an ending. There it is. All four of you suddenly know it.
He is still alive. Deavaki.
We'll see you next week. It's not over yet.
Oh my god.
I'm trying. Disby
Yes.
almost got me crying pretty
There
hard.
they
I was-
are. My wonderful cast of
No.
players. It's not over yet. There is no magic in the world. But do you think he's just going to let you beat him? He's God.
I'm so happy.
We're going to keep playing. There's still stuff to be done. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Dying Order continues. Bye!